Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Screaming, tires bleeding, virtual cubes, the motor's breathing, engine thunder from down under, listen fire, turn asunder, put your name in lights. Oh, with the vets tonight, it's a 1,000 decibel supercar fight, burn this track to the ground with V8 sound. But the racing's real. Pedal down every pass you feel. Step right up and place your bets. This is us, the V8 Vets. Put your name in lights. Put your name in lights with the Vets tonight. It's a 1,000 decibel supercar fight. Burn this track to the ground with V8 sound. Put your name. It's a 1,000 decibel supercar fight. Burn this track to the ground with V8 sound. Burn this track to the ground. Come on now, put your name in lights.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Racecraft Simulations V8 Veterans action for Split 2 as Season 27 gets underway here this evening at the wondrous, massive 6.2 kilometre behemoth, the place that is born upon pressure, born upon respect, and born upon, well, it's going to choose the winner this evening. That's often the tale as whenever we get to come here to Mount Panorama Bathurst. And it's always exciting when we get to tackle the mountain for any amount of laps here in the V8 Veterans. Hamish Munro here with you alongside Brett Fisher, as always, for Season 27 here at the Racecraft Simulations V8 Veterans. We are live on both the V8 Veterans and Infinity Broadcasting channels. And before we get into anything this season and tonight, if you want to help support us, you can help support the Vets channel by hitting the like button, the subscribe, the bell icon as well, and supporting Infinity Broadcasting by hitting the like button, the subscribe, the bell icon as well over on the IB channel as well.
All sending me money.
They're all sending me money as well. That's just another support network way that you can do that as well. Brett, we're in
Start
though.
a GoFundMe.
GoFundMe going. Brett, how are we? We're back again after a couple of weeks away and a brand new season.
27.
Yeah, that's right. A brand new season brings upon brand new challenges and a brand new champion this season as well. And off the back of season 26 and the way that it ended as well. I mean, the last few seasons of Split 2 have been unbelievable. 2025 put it up a gear in terms of the intensity and how close the championships can be. Last season, it was closer than ever. How close is the rest of 2026 going to be? How close is season 27 going to be compared to last season, Brett? Because last season was unbelievable. This season, we could be in for an absolute treat.
Who knows? I mean, time will tell. But, hey, look, we're kicking it off at one of the best places around, Bathurst. It is going to be sensational.
Oh, it will be absolutely sensational. And, it's always special when we get to come here to the mountain, of course. And throughout the 3 splits that have already been shown this weekend, Thursday in Split 1, Friday night with Split 3, and then into Split 4 as well, what we've seen is some spectacular racing, a little bit of chaos too. We've seen some appearances from the brand new Project Fade safety car throughout the weekend. And I feel like we're going to be in for another one tonight, quite possibly. Knowing Bathurst, knowing how intense round 1 normally is, I think we're on the 100% barometer, Brett, for a safety car to get called tonight.
Yeah, I tell you now, I've turned the oven on. I've chucked in some chaos. I've chucked in some tension. I've chucked in some wild seeds, and we'll see what brews at the end of it. I'll tell you what, it's going to be absolute corker.
Oh, it will be. It will be indeed.
And by the way, sorry, Hamish, just for those, do yourself a favour. Go and listen to the Hype Up song. I've put it on the general chat in the Vets Discord. Go and have a listen to that. Get yourself all pumped up for this season 27 start kick-off here at Bathurst. Yep,
and we're going to be having one posted every single week with the points update as well for you. So leading into the broadcast each Saturday, as long as the points are up to date and we're able to get a graphic made up, it will be released with a graphic as a build-up to the stream for you guys to go and listen to as well. We'll be playing it at the end of the night prior to going to the ad breaks and the outro and stuff like that as well, so you can still hear it here on the stream. Also go listen to it as well over in the Discord too. Looking at this season, Brett, and how incredible this season's going to be. Half of it, of course, this season we're running at half US tracks, or a little over half actually. 6 out of the 10 rounds are at US tracks, 2 in Australia, 1 in Japan and 1 in Germany as well. We're starting here tonight, 41 laps, 250 Ks for one of the Enduros of the season here at Mount Panorama Bathurst, and it is going to be a spectacular time to go racing once again around this 6.2 kilometre behemoth. Next time out, we go to Road America, 200 Ks, 31 laps in round 2. Round 3, we go to Road Atlanta for 200 Ks, 49 laps of that circuit. The debuting St. Petersburg Street Circuit down in St. Pete, Florida for round 4, 150 Ks, 52 laps. Super excited for that, Brett. I've been waiting for St. Pete for such a long time to come into iRacing, and I'm so happy it's here, and I'm so happy we're running it in the supercars this season. That track is made for these cars. It's going to be spectacular. Round 6, we go to VIR, 200 Ks, 38 laps for round 5. Sorry, not round 6, round 5. Round 6, we go back to the California concrete jungle in Long Beach, California for 200 Ks and 64 laps. Round 7, we run the Coda NASCAR West layout for 150 Ks or 39 laps in round 7. Round 8 is the big enduro of the season, 300 kilometres, 50 laps of Fuji Speedway. No chicane, so the superior layout of that circuit, and it's going to be spectacular. Round 9, it's the X Factor round, droppable round, 200 Ks, 8 laps around the Nürburgring Nordschleife for the second to last round of the season, and we end it all, the finale, for the final enduro of the season. 250 Ks, 78 laps around the streets of Adelaide, where it's meant to be, Brett. Where it is meant to be, the finale at Adelaide. Gonna be spectacular. I'm a big believer, Brett. If we move away from running officials in vets and we go to having a made calendar each season, I'm going to be honest, Brett. I think we should lock in Adelaide as the finale every single season.
Because how good would that be?
It's such a special place to go racing, and in the hearts of racing fans, it should be the finale. Yes, it's previously been the opener in supercars. In my heart, though, it is the finale race. It is a challenge, and it's a place that will make or break champions in their hunt for success.
I think it even says it in the graphs, doesn't it?
It does.
GF.
Yeah.
Yeah, grand final.
Yeah, grand final. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick look at the circuit we're racing at here tonight. Of course, if you don't know Bathurst, it's a wondrous place. 3 hours to the east of Sydney. Of course, not too far away from the next local township of Orange as well, here in New South Wales. And, well, we're not really... the closest racing circuit to Bathurst is 3 hours away at Sydney Motorsport Park. So, you know, it's a street circuit that has become infamous. Feels like a regular... you know, full course racing circuit, but people forget it is a street circuit. We started on the main straight and run up towards Hell Corner at turn 1. That's going to be your early test. That's going to be your early challenge. Try not to push it too hard. You know, Larko said it famously, you've got to have it tatted under your eyelids. If you don't have patience on lap 1 of a race at Bathurst, just get out of there. Start from pit lane. Don't be in the pack, because it's not going to end well for you. You exit turn 1, you got to maximise it, so you can get up Mountain Straight as quick as possible, up towards Griffin's Bend at turn 2, where you're trying to hug the apex as fast as possible. Try and get it all the way over to the left on the exit. Don't hit the wall out there as well. And then get yourself powered up towards the cutting at turn 3 and 4. This little section here of turn 2 through 3 through 4 and even into 5, that's an early section for car park scenarios, Brett, where drivers can get a little bit overzealous. They can get a little bit too much loud pedal. The rear end can come round, and all of a sudden they're trying to do a Mr. Bean 1,000-point turn.
Oh, and that's happened many a time. Just look back at Greg Murphy and Ambrose.
Yep, that's exactly right. We then come up through Reed Park at turns 6 and 7 under the Fujitsu sign and make the fast run round 8 and 9 at Silman. Through the Great and up towards 10 at McPhillamy Park as well before we begin the descent down the mountain. You look out over the blind crest at Brock Skyline and you tiptoe the car through turns 11, 12, 13 for the S's, into 14 and 15 for the Dipper as well. And if you make it out the other side, well, you don't want to have to lose your breath. Take a breath, get into 16 and 17 on the brakes and into turn 18 at Forest Elbow. Get out the exit and get on the power as soon as possible to power your way out of 19, down Conrod Straight. That's the fastest corner in Australian motorsport, down at the Chase at turn 20 and into turn 21 and 22. That section there, often at times where you'll come up to the skyline, you'll take a deep breath and you'll hold your breath down the hill. You'll start clicking down the gears. And as you come out of 15, that's when you take another breath, because often if you're still holding it into Forest Elbow, I find at least, that's when mistakes are made at Forest Elbow, because you realise, oh, I'm still holding my breath, and then all of a sudden you're in the wall. So, but that little section, it's going to test drivers tonight. Could be a section where we see some chaos.
Well, when I get to Forest Elbow, I go, holy crap, I just got through that first lap or one lap, you know, and I've got so many more to go. And I go, same thing every time I go over the top. I go, oh, we made it again. Let's do it again.
Let's do it all over again.
Yeah.
If you make it out of the Chase nice and clean, you then run down towards Murray's Corner at turn 23, deceivingly difficult for a final corner here at Bathurst as well. And when you cross the line, you've just done 6,200 metres of street racing in country New South Wales, and you prepare yourself for another 6,200 metres once again. It was opened back in 1938. The layout has not changed, except for a couple of changes to the Chase. Make it a little bit safer. 23 turns, 6.2 Ks, 3.8 miles in the old language as well. Pit entry is going to be tough tonight. It's a very iffy and icky pit entry. The drivers are going to try and traverse. Pit exit, they should be completely fine. But it's a great place to go racing. It's very, very special.
Not the worst pit entry.
Not the worst
pit entry we've
not
seen.
The best.
You know, I mean,
I would say... I would say the pit entry is probably the only downside to this whole circuit, Brett, is my argument too. I really do think that is the only downside to the whole circuit. It's a spectacular racing circuit. It's a spectacular place to go racing as well. Qualifying has come to an end, and drivers prepare themselves to get gridded up for race 1 of the season. And taking out pole position for round 1, well, it's SLS Racing, Steve Grumley on pole, alongside Fishy Motorsports, Matt Monday on the front row of the grid. What a showing from Matty Monday tonight to get that car up on the front row. Spectacular performance from him in qualifying, sees him starting on the front row. To row 2, we'll find Stephen Kokoschke starting alongside Infinity Motorsports' James Boardman on the second row of the grid as well. To row 3, we then find ourselves with Bruce Tannick and Brendan Zatira. Great qualifying from Brendan after coming up from split 3. That's a great effort to get inside the top 6. into the
Cracker.
third row of the grid as well. To row 4, we then find ourselves with Gary Buckland and Brett Horsell for the top 8 cars on the grid. Brett winning the Battle of the Bretts this season for qualifying.
Great qualifying for Brett Horsell there.
Yeah.
That's sensational. He'd be pumped with that.
That's a 1-0 for Brett Horsell in the Battle of the Bretts this season. He's out-qualified Brett Taylor and Brett Fisher here tonight. To row 5, we then find Andrew Hoffman and Halil Cesar for the top 10 cars on the grid order. To row 6, we find Darryl Callahan and Michael Jones for the top 12. And we move back and we then find Nathan Favero and Rick Viger for the top 14 as well. To row 8, we'll then find Pete Baxter and Roy Clark starting out of the top 16. It's great qualifying from Pete to get inside the top 15. Hopefully he can make something happen in this race here tonight. Row 9, we then find Steve Lanyon and Craig Miller coming up from Split 3 last season. He starts at a P18 for podium racing here this evening as well. To row 10, we then find Jeremy Bush and David Duddle for our top 20 here tonight. Towards row 11, we then find Ron Allen and Scott McCune, and I apologise, some liveries are not showing up on the graphics. I'm having to re-download them on Training Paint, so hopefully that sorts them out afterwards here for us here tonight. Chris Blanchard, Tony Chapman then start out of the top 24 for row 12. To row 13, we then find Dom Grundy and Paul Burns for the top 26 cars. To row 14 tonight, we find Yusuf Corfiatis alongside Michael Quain for the top 28 cars, with row 15 being made up by Todd Duggan and Jamie Peters for the top 30. To row 16, we then find Ben Brook and Abel Verban for the top 32 cars on the grid here tonight. Row 17 will find Brett Fisher in P33 alongside Mick Clifton. Work to do for yourself here tonight, Brett, to make your way up the order. To row 18, we will then find Scott Weston and Derek Lovegrove for the top 36. To the top 38 cars in the 19th row, we find Andrew Galley and Andrew Lister, and all Andrew, 19th row of the grid. And to row 20, we will find Mario Reali and returning driver Brenton O'Brien into the top 40 here tonight for qualifying. To row 21, we then find Matty Fu and Brett Taylor for the top 42 cars. And to the final car on the grid, Sean Cullen will start at a P43 here this evening. Our race controllers tonight, Jordan Ross, Sean Vandermeulen and Lucas Burt in the safety car, will be helping those boys out across the period of the night. But it's an exciting time to go racing once again, Brett, whenever the Veterans comes back. And, well, how can you not be excited by the action that we saw last season, from what we saw the drivers doing last season? As our pole sitter tonight, Steve Grumley, out of Ballarat, starts the 575 Camaro on pole position. It is going to be absolutely spectacular. Thanks so much, Slogan. They're saying...
and the cars go all the way down and go around the corner. And, yeah, they go all the way around back to Sean, who's all the way back there at the pit entry. Nearly under the Armour All Bridge.
Now the issue with this is, or the reason that this happens is because of iRacing's gridding process of actually having staggered cars. That's what causes all the cars to stagger back like that, and that's why they actually overextend the grid all the way back. So it's that's what makes up the issue for our gridding here at Bathurst. So that's the main reason that's happened like that. So we await the cars to get gridded up. We've had a 5-minute grid time tonight, Brett, because we had no warm-up session on the evening. We're about 30 seconds away from that 5 minutes being done and dusted. So we wait for the final few cars to get gridded up here tonight.
Just to build the tension a bit more.
That's exactly right. Right. It's, build up the tension, build up the franchise a little bit as well, and put the pressure on. The last car to get gridded up will be Matty Fu. He does make the grid in the end of the race here tonight. But for Steve Grumley, he wants to become a 2-time Split 2 champion. Last won it back in season 21 at the very end of 2024. Can he start 2026 with a maximum after starting on pole tonight?
Here we go.
Can he put it up into P1 position here at Bathurst with 41 laps to go? It's green flag for Split 2 action. Horrid start for James Boardman. A horrid start for Boardman, who started out of P4 in the night, and he's already dropped back. Well, about 5 positions here, Brett. Prior to turn 1. That has hurt him heaps. And Matt Monday as well has lost out into Stephen Kokoschke up towards turn 2 as well. So it's now Grumley, Kokoschke, Monday, Tannick, Buckland, Zatira, Horsell, Hoffman, Boardman, Callahan, the top 10. As there's already moves being made further back as Boardman tries to go around the outside of Hoffy here. Callahan's managed to sneak his way inside the 10. Can Boardman get this job done on Hoffy, who has remained where he started tonight? Great qualifying from him, though, Brett, to get inside the top 10. Massive moment back here. There's a car park, Brett. There is a car park down at turn 2. Michael Quain, Jamie Peters. All those guys have been involved. That's Quainey there. There's Peters as well. Corfantis in the unhinged car too.
Yeah, first lap, second corner, sorry. But look at Steve.
Steve
Grumley go. Kokoschki's buddy had a great start, and he looks like he's attacking very early. So he is on a bit of a charge, and it's not even the first lap completed yet. Look at him go. Look at the close rate there.
Well,
he's on fire. You can see he's got some pace in that car, and he wants to use it straight away.
Exactly right. We know how strong Kokoschki was towards the end of last season. He arguably took the momentum with him at the end of the season. He was the man with momentum at the end of the season. If he had started his run earlier in the season, he probably would have been a lot closer in the championship fight than what he was at the end of last season. And I think he has a point to prove here in season 27. It's hard to look past him as probably the favourite for the championship right now on previous performance last season and the start of this season, qualifying so well, currently running P2. If he can make the most of it tonight, get this podium or even a race win, it's going to be hard to look past him as the favourite for the championship.
Yep. Just looking back to Gary Buckland up 2 spots. So he's made up 2 spots on that first opening lap. So he's going well. It'll be interesting to see if Kokoschki can, sorry to talk about another driver we just left, but it'll be interesting to see if Kokoschki can actually stick it to Grumley for more than 1 or 2 laps, or is he just going to plateau?
All right, on board with him up towards turn 2. Kokoschki giving a little bit of space to Grumley. Plenty of room given here, and he knows it's early in this race. As long as he doesn't let the SLS car run away from him too early on in the race, he can hang with him, then he can put the pressure on him later on. Because there's no point trying to put too much pressure on yourself at this stage at the hopes of trying to get a move, mate, because you're not going to win it at this point of the race. You've still got 40-odd laps to go. You're better off just to hang out there, bide your time, strategize correctly, and see where you are with 10 laps to go.
I think it was just, and he's still very, very close to Grumley there. Like, he's only half a second off the back of Grumley, but I think he must be very confident on a cold tyre, and I think he might have been trying to sort of take it to Grumley and see whether he's going to just maybe fold it a little bit. But Grumley's done a really good job, and actually he's just managed to stay out in front still in this second lap, although it's closed down to about 0.3, 0.2 now.
Tell you what,
Brett
great
Horsell,
to see here.
Done well.
Brett Horsell, Brennan
1.
Zatira. Now that Brett's got his teammate Zatira with him here in Split 2, the Player 1 sim racing cars, these guys may be ones to watch this season, Brett. I mean, Horsell's been strong the previous seasons. Zatira, when he's previously been in Split 2, has had some pretty decent performances to his name. These cars look strong tonight, and they could look strong throughout the rest of the season. I think when we go through our US run for the next 6 rounds, that's going to be a telltale sign early if they're going to be there or thereabouts throughout the season, maybe challenging for a top 10.
0.2 off the back of Grumley.
He's right on it.
So he looked like he had a little bit of a dip there. Sorry to keep the focus on the front of here, but
that's fine.
I just think that Kokoschki's really sort of trying to do something here in these early stages of this race. Second lap, about to turn over the third lap in this 41-lap race.
As they come across the strike, of course, timing line's back under the bridge. They cross where the start line was that got us underway here tonight. But the race will end back at the Super Cheap Auto Bridge, now the Repco Bridge, here at Mount Panorama. As lap 3 has begun at 41.
Matty Monday taking the fastest lap of the race so far with a 2:07.420. Mr. Galley in the pit lane.
Unbelievable lap for him as Andrew Galley comes through pit road for the first time in this race. Critical lap tonight, any time between lap 13 and lap 15, depending on the fuel usage, Brett. Low end of fuel usage is around about 4.7, high end's around about that 5.0, so that's really the differential of fuel. I would suspect Hazil Cesar. Cesar's gone off and into the wall up at turn 2. That car's got a bit of damage on it here, may need to bring it in early.
Yeah. Push on the inside of Cesar there.
Yep.
It's 2 side by side. That's a bit tight going through there. Cesar probably not knowing 100% what sort of car he's got at this point.
That's right. Of course, we've got a couple of new liveries this season. Cesar gets the return of Cooler Masters to the side of his car, as did his teammate Shane Randall up in split 1. New livery on the WKMP cars this season as well. Brett, I'm liking the NASCAR numbers on the side.
Yeah.
Looks the goods for Chris Blanchard. Of course, he got that win last season out at Miami. Could he get himself a win this season when we head out to St. Pete? Could he be the master of Florida, perhaps? Because he was strong at Sebring as well, remember? He was strong at Sebring, could have got the win there. I mean, and if anyone in the field, you know, looks like they might retire to Florida at some point, Brett, it's definitely Chris. You know, Chris Blanchard, he looks like a man who would retire to Florida.
That was Chapman. Just looked like he tagged the wall a little bit. I think he got away with it, but here we
Mick
go.
Clifton.
Is that,
That's Clifton. Yep, in one of the retro liveries tonight for XSR. Oh, he's just lost that front end. Yeah, it's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
He's got to bring it into pit road.
That car a little bit too.
Yep.
He looks like he's fighting the steering on that.
Wouldn't be surprised. We'll get some replays of these happening in the post-race highlights, of course, but he's gone straight across the chase down there. Mark Winterbottom style, 2007, eat your heart out. He doesn't come right across the road again, but he's struggling to get this thing pulled up, and he's got to try and get into pit road as Cesar brings his damaged car in now as well. So some early losses here. They'll be having to pick carnage up. They'll have to try and pick themselves up a little bit here, Brett, if they can.
Yeah, wow, he's done well. I mean, that could have been a lot worse than what it was. So now Monday looks like he's starting to climb up on the back of Kokoschki a little bit closer. So he's brought himself back into that fight. Kokoschki hasn't really sort of relieved Grumley of any pressure at this point. He's still right up on his tail, 0.2, 0.3. So he's still right in that fight. So he knows he's got a good car underneath him. Oh, a little slide.
He's continuing just to apply
coming down to the
pressure.
grate. McCune and Dundell and Cullen. Something's happening down the back there as well.
Yep. Oh, McCune's parked up. That car is stuck on the road. Cullen's trying to get going again. So there's been a moment down there between both of those guys as they get going once again. Let us know as well out there, guys, too, if there's any issues with the stream at all in terms of quality of stream or anything like that too. We are streaming for the first time tonight for Split 2 in 2K.
Grumley out sideways.
Grumley with a massive slide
as well.
Yep, out of Forest Elbow. So report back to us in the chat if there's any issues on your guys' end at all. Just because mine's stuttering a little bit, but I think it just might be my internet, to be honest with you, Brett. So
I could start a few if you like.
Yeah,
Kokoschki had a little bit of a look on the inside of Grumley there and couldn't quite get it done. Grumley's just holding his own at the moment, but he's feeling, I get the feeling he's just feeling that little bit of pressure because I'll tell you now, look how close Kokoschki's right on his tail.
And as we've said before, Brett, I don't think Kokoschki necessarily will try and force the issue on him. What I think he's going to do is he's going to keep pressuring him and hope to pressure him into a mistake. I think that's going to be the game plan for Kokoschki right now because he's obviously got to worry about Monday and Tanik in behind him. So I think it's better that he just tries to hold off, stick to him, don't let him go, although Kokoschki's had a poor run out of turn 1. Monday's about to get a move made up at turn 2 if he can. Wants it on the outside. I tell you what, I'm impressed by Matty Monday tonight. What an improvement between seasons for Matt Monday. Maybe he's just a Bathurst specialist, I don't know. But right now, if he can carry this momentum this season, what a season it's going to be for the Fishy Motorsports driver of the 051.
And Bruce Tanik also, he's just actually looks like he's just settled himself a little bit. Knowing he's got a fast car, he hasn't really tried to make those desperate moves that we have occasionally seen from Tanik. So maybe he's just settled himself down a bit. Got a couple of cars flashing up for Vero and Chapman.
Tony Chapman has gone round down at turn 2.
Is that dead? No, looks like he's still got a bit of fire in the pipes.
But it's definitely a bit wounded here. The cars that are approaching will have to be careful, including Burns, McCune, Cesar and Galley. He'll just be starting to gather him up here. But cars starting to spread out now, Brett, as the pace discrepancies are starting to come into it. But ultimately, we're getting some great battles all throughout the field.
That was a big slide. You don't want to do that too much. Get a bit too much temperature to the tyres, and they won't hold on for that long.
Tell you what, Hoffy doing a bit of fuel saving here down the hill. not wanting to go full bore. He's got Michael Jones pressuring him. He's going to let him up the inside and just wants to follow Michael through. Andrew racing very smart right now. Didn't want to defend that too hard. Gave Michael the position, knowing that Michael's got pace and hoping he can drag him along. Very smart move there for Hoffy.
I must say, Jones had a lot of pace, and he had a lot of pace in practice. So, yeah, that might have just been a really good bit of foresight from Hoffy there. Good to see Hoffy have a good qualifying too. Hopefully he can finish well tonight. After his season last season, he sort of had a really up and down season. Just seemed to be battered and bruised.
Yep.
So hopefully he has a good run
if he can solidify that top 10 start, the top 10 finish, that'd be very impressive for Hoffy and a great way to restart his season, especially with the reshuffling of his team, with Jim Capelonis leaving for 266. Now being able to put more focus into his own driving. If a good performance tonight, you'd have to hope if he gets one, it's going to be a catalyst for future good performances for him as well. Because I know that both of us have been critical previously of him here in Split 2, and I'm sure he's had some self-reflection on that point as well. But if he can get a good performance tonight, by God, it's all time.
It'll be really good to see. It'll be fantastic to see. And just Hoffy just saying that, he's faster, so let him go. And that's a smart move. Like, it's not just about, trying to, stay in front and stuff like that. If you know guys are faster than you and things like that, a lot of guys, might step aside and just actually jump on their coattails and drag you along a bit too. So you don't want to put don't put yourself in a position where it becomes very uncomfortable for you.
You've got Pete Baxter tonight. Great start for him. One position at the moment into P14. And I tell you what, Brett, I saw a little post on my Facebook today from Mr. Baxter. He's down in Melbourne at the moment. He's going to see the North Melbourne Essendon game this evening, and North Melbourne at the moment are beating Essendon by 44-33. So Pete Baxter will be a happy man right now.
Wow.
So I'm wearing a Roos scarf in the post that I saw. So hopefully the Roos get up tonight, and hopefully for Pete Baxter, he has a good performance here at Bathurst as well, and driving really well out there.
So lap 6 of 41. At Bathurst, first round of Series 27. Looks like Grumley's, Kokoschka heading into pits.
Yep, so...
Was Kokoschka in front of him then, or was he just peeled off
he was behind him, so... Because he's peeled off behind him, he gets a little bit of a gain because obviously it cuts the corner. But that's opened a bit of gap up now for Bruce Tannock to try and chase down Steve Grumley. And, both Grumley and Tannock, they're two of the fiery drivers in the field, very aggressive. And often at times when we see them on track together, Brett, it can either be fireworks with a great battle, or it could be fireworks with a couple of pieces of the cars hanging off at times as well. But,
I don't know. I'm just saying, are we seeing a slightly different Tannock out there tonight? I don't know. It's just got a little bit of a different feel.
I don't know. We haven't really seen him at this point of the race be overly aggressive. Obviously, he's gotten past Monday and Buckland to this stage. But I think Bruce is smart enough to know that this is a place where you can't be overly aggressive, Brett. You cannot. Often at times when I've had people, I spoke to some friends I've made through other broadcasting networks, throughout the US, and they were attempting the 12-hour, and they were asking me, how can we try and be more consistent with our lap times at Bathurst? I said to them, you can't wrestle the car. You've got to just let it do its thing. You've got to let it dance. You've got to kind of guide it. If you're doing, let's say you're dancing a waltz and you're the lead person in the waltz, you're kind of leading your partner around. That's what it's like driving Bathurst. You're leading your partner around the track, and your partner in this case is the car. You've got to have respect for the car, respect for the track, and just, as I said, make a beautiful symphony of V8 sounds, wind surpassing the car, and some high-speed action as well. And that's what we're getting tonight. We're getting some great high-speed action here at Bathurst. You see as well that Horsell and Zatira, they've settled into their group. Look at that line of cars from Tannock all the way back to Boardman in P8 on board that Wanton mechanical car as well. Michael Jones is going to start sneaking up on this battle too. We've got a tightening battle further back too between Lanyon and Miller here.
I was just about to mention that.
Yeah,
I was just about to mention that Miller really closed up at the back of Lanyon there for quite some time. He's only just dropped back to 0.4, 0.5, but he was in 0.2 range for quite some time there over the top of the mountain.
Well, we haven't seen Steve Lanyon be a full season competitor in quite a few seasons now here in Split 2. Hopefully this season's a little bit different for him. He can put a full season together. This was the season of iRacing that he nearly won the championship. It was season 2 of 2023 that he 2024 that he nearly won the Split 2 title back in season 19. No, season 20. I'm losing me marbles, but you know what? It wasn't season 2. It was season 3. Lost all my marbles now and all my stats. It was season 2 of 2024 that he nearly won the Split 2 title when he battled John Gallen for it in season 20. So that was the closest that he came to winning this championship. And ultimately for Lanyon, if he can put a full season together, we know he can be a challenger. And we know he can, put his car up there if he needs.
There for Miller. I'll tell you what, just go along, get on board with car number 137, Callahan, at the moment. He's right in the chase there with Horsell. Maybe go on board for him for a second. Yeah, that's it. Because this has been very tight for the last lap and a half or so. Look at him dancing his way over the top into the dipper. Gets the car nice out there. Very, very tight through there. Loses a little bit of ground. Now does he tuck it? Gets it nicely tucked in, right on the gas early. Gained a bit more there. So,
Brett, are we just going to follow you around for a lap here as you call us a lap at Bathurst?
oh no, don't do that. I can't even remember the bloody corners. No, here we go. So, Jesus, I've lost it now.
That's okay.
Really
So
tight through. Just clipping the ripple strip there, a little bit on the right hand side there. Gets it out nice and clean there, underneath the little bridge, underneath ridges. Hard on the brakes. On the front straight, does he clip that? No, nice. Just kept off the ripples there. Got a good exit. So it's still only 0.4, 0.5 off the back of Horsell. So this is a great little battle. Look, it goes all the way from Jones is now backed up into Boardman. And it goes all the way to Matty Monday. Those drivers within a second of each other.
We've had a question how Andrew Listener's doing in his first outing here in Split 2. He's been through pit lane already. He's up one position at this stage in P37. Right on ball with him for the moment at the back end of the circuit as Ben Brook comes into pit lane. He's got Mick Clifton at the moment here for company. So we'll see if these guys will begin to battle away later on in the race. A little bit of spreading starting to happen now as Jeremy Bush is getting pressurised here from Dom Grundy in behind him for Passion Sim Sports, with Todd Duggan in behind them as well as they battle in and amongst on the back end of the top 20 and into the top 25 as they're getting super close to the wall here. Duggan wants to try and make a move on Grundy if he can't quite get there. New colours on that Nova Sim Sports car for Duggan this season, it seems.
That looks good.
Looks good. Looks the goods.
Oh, geez, look how close he was there. Had a
right
bit of a poke on the inside of T. Now, that's not a spot to go 2 by 2.
It really is not. Really, really is not.
So Todd feeling like he's being held up by Grundy here a little bit because he's got some pace to burn. He's just trying to get the car positioned so he can make a move, I think. And see if he completes it over the top. Down from Skyline.
Oh, Jeremy Bush with a massive lock-up. And up the inside goes Duggan. They make it through for now. Verben also got through as well. That's a massive mistake for Bush down there.
Yeah. Lost 3 positions, I think, there.
Yeah, got a little bit of a little bit of brain fade maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe cracked under the pressure as well. And it's starting to drag a certain commentator into the mix here, Brett.
Yeah.
You're up 10 spots at the moment. Brett O'Brien's in behind you as well, up 16. Derek Lovegrove up 11. Rowley up 12. Fu up 13 back in P28. Verben's up 11 further up the road, and Brett Taylor up 12. They're all the double-digit gainers thus far, Brett, as Steve Lanyon comes into pit lane for the very first time. Yep. So Lanyon will come in. That'll release Craig Miller, who was battling away with him. Craig doing well here, up 4 positions into P14 at the moment here, Brett, as well. And would be hoping to maybe the cars ahead of him here of Baxter, Clark and Viger just begin a little bit of a Donnybrook maybe and starts to drag him back into it.
Yeah. And it's the thing, like I find, going over the top, I'm not super confident going over the top. And all this cars off
that's
the
Steve
side there.
Grumley. That's Grumley. Steve
What
Grumley,
has
race
happened there?
leader, parked up on the side of the road. We've got to try and get a back-end shot of this because
that engine's dead.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be dead. Hang on, where's Matty Fu? Here's Matty Fu here. So watch to Grumley's car. If it's got a flashing light on the back end, it does.
Yeah,
It's blown its
does.
engine. That car's blown its engine. This will be a safety car, Brett. This will be a safety car, and all those drivers who've already come in have completed one. But are we too far away from critical lap? We're about 3 laps away from it. You save a lap of fuel under the safety car, so that would mean that they would be 2 laps away.
Jeez, that's a lot of fuel saving, isn't it?
It is. It's a lot of fuel saving.
But if you get another safety car, it could be done.
That's true. Do you risk it for a biscuit?
That's it.
I think if you're in the position, right, Brett, that you started towards the back, let's say a Sean Cullen, or you've been in the wars like Quaney, Chapman, even Weston, I mean, McCune's doing that plan. Come in now, get a bit of fuel in the car, and then push on and maybe try and get to the end of this race. You've got nothing to lose at this point.
The safety car hasn't been called yet, has it?
I don't
think
believe
the safety
so.
car's been called.
No, it has. He's sitting in pit lane at the
Okay.
moment. So Grumley's still sat there. Boardman's coming in out of the top 10. The rest of the top 10 have continued on for the moment. But the safety car has been called. But I'm hearing word at the moment, Brett, there's actually a communications issue between race control and the drivers. The drivers aren't aware that the safety car has been called.
Oh, wow.
So those drivers
sitting there, that could be...
Yeah. So those drivers who may have a spotter with them, or may be clued into the fact that there's a car parked on the side of the road near critical lap.
Who's that coming in?
That's Brett Fisher and Todd Dogan coming in. No, Derek Lovegrove, sorry, Mario Reale, Matthew Fusen as well, Yusuf Corfiatis as well, and Brett Taylor. So, those drivers with a spotter maybe, or who may be clued into the fact there's a car parked on the side of the road in a dangerous spot, we may get a safety car, let's risk it and come into pit lane. Everyone else has stayed out there assuming that it's green flag.
Yeah.
So that's a tough one for some of those guys.
So Tanek out in front at the moment. He looks like he's on full pace too at the moment. So he's
Warman's
definitely
coming out.
Going hard.
You see those cars are back in pit lane.
Yeah, a lot coming in now to pit.
Still. I'm waiting to see your exit here, Brett. Although Burns is coming out, this is his second stop of the race, so he's maybe going to pull a bit of a risk.
Yeah.
So he's in the pit lane now. Lovegrove's going to exit here. So that's what. There's the safety car right there. So that's where Bert's parked, but he's parked right on the fast line. What's he doing?
Oh
no! And Lovegrove's pulled up because he thinks he has to sit behind him. He doesn't realise this is costing them massive time. Corfiatis just goes past. Well, he's allowed to be fair. They don't have to sit behind him, but that's a massive loss of time now for those drivers caught in pit lane. Yeah, that's a real struggle for them.
Yeah. And there definitely was a little bit of communication issue.
They're waiting. Some drivers are maybe waiting for the call that it's on track. They're going to keep going whilst it's green. Tanek's going to come in. Monday in Buckland. We would expect everyone to come in at this point, Brett. We're right near critical lap. It's lap 11 at this stage. So those that have actually kept going, remembering, gain a lap of fuel. It's lap 12 right now. These guys have not pit yet, though, so it's their first stop. They still need another one. But if they had pit prior to this, Brett, and they came in now, they'd make it home.
A lot of laps. A lot of laps on 30 laps. They were just shy of 30 laps.
But are you going to give up 45 seconds worth of time?
Yeah, well,
that's the balancing act. Are you going to gain 40? Are you going to lose 45 seconds by going long?
Well, I'm not smart enough to calculate that out on the fly anyway, but.
So Nathan Favera saying seems lots had radio issues. So Nathan, the issue was, and I can actually explain this now that we're here. Race control weren't on the race control channel. That was the issue. So those drivers that didn't actually hear them were only scanning for race control. Pit lane's full. Kokoschki's come straight past. He's into the race lead now, or corrected race lead. Peters, Jones, and Callahan have opted not to pit, as I don't think they actually realised the safety car was called, so they've actually stayed out. So Kokoschki, Boardman, Zatira, Buckland, Hoffman, Allen, Monday, Horsell, Tanek, Brook. That'll be the corrected top 10 after these top 3 cars come through pit road.
Steve Lanyon is the first of the 2 stoppers. He's still in pit lane at the moment, and he's just coming out now. So Steve Lanyon is the first of the 2.
Well, right now he is. But we suspect, so Paul Burns is going to come past him, who's pit twice.
Yep.
And we
he's
would
pitted
suspect
twice,
Halil
yep.
Says is going to come past him as well. So both those guys have got their 2 stops done to this point.
Yeah.
And they both are going to pass him. So there are a couple of 2 stoppers out there. They're trying to, save up their rest. Although Lanion's actually come out right in front of him, so that's actually worked out well.
Yeah.
So Lanyon will remain ahead of Cesar on that one. But yeah, so Kokoschki, the corrected race leader at this stage, lap 12 of 41. Darryl Callahan, though, is leading the race, but he still needs his 2 pit stops here tonight. And he's not going to be able to go much longer on this first tank of fuel, so we may have to see him forced to pit whilst the safety car is out on the road. With some pit times here as well, so give you a little bit of the strategy game for some teams and drivers out there. Some cars taking a lot of fuel on that first stop, Brett, knowing that this is a safety car, and others maybe just sticking to their strategy at this point in time.
Yeah. Yeah, the lowest one there I think I saw was about 11 seconds, was it? No, it might have been 13. 13 seconds. Paul Burns taking 13 seconds. So obviously that's his second stop, so he's only just topping himself up, ready to go all the way.
Yeah. Cesar as well, opting now to go for a 3-stopper here tonight. So maybe he thought when he came in on 10 they wouldn't make it home, so he left himself a bit of fuel to cover some tyres at the end. So that will... we'll see how that strategy plays out for him.
The new Fade safety car out there.
Yeah, it is indeed. Project
Fade.
On the Porsche 992.2 safety car. So we've moved away from the McLaren to the Porsche 992.2 Cup car as the safety car now across all 4 splits as well. So we're just awaiting to get prepared for the lap cars to come past. And we settle in for this safety car period. The first of the season, Brett, has come within the first 10 laps of this race. And that's just reminded me, actually. I've just realised I forgot to use it. Because I was so hyped up because of the safety car. I forgot to use the safety car transition. So there it is.
Yep. Nice. Well done.
Yep. Indeed.
And for those who are around the Bathurst area, this weekend coming, not this one now, but the next weekend, the Bathurst 6 hours. A few of us V8 Vet boys are going to be going down there. So
it's been confirmed as well that German touring car legend Gunther von Nordschleifer will be driving a Kia Stinger down there. Yes. I don't know how the German government has let him get away with driving a South Korean car, Brett, and not driving a German vehicle, but...
we have ways of doing things like this.
We can see as well inside of the top 10 here too, the sheer dominance thus far of the Mustangs here tonight. Calls for parity, it seems, for the vets. Maybe as the top half of the field is mainly those Mustangs, although there's not as many Camaros as there are Mustangs in the field, so it is a little bit skewed. We might take this time, Brett, since we are under safety car, and it looks to be a longer safety car period tonight, we might take this time just to go to a very, very quick ad break brought to us by our title sponsors, Racecraft Simulations as well. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back very shortly. The continuation here of round 1 of season 27 of the Racecraft Simulations V8 Veterans for the split 2 action here at Mount Panorama Bathurst. It's safety car number 1 here tonight for Bathurst. We're going to see a second. Time will tell, but we've got 30-odd laps to go, and we're going to hear from our friends at Racecraft.
Well, don't go anywhere unless you've got to go PP. If you've got to go PP now.
Welcome back into the Racecraft Simulations V8 Veterans action for Split 2 here tonight for round 1 of season 27 here at Mount Panorama Bathurst. Hamish Munro here with you alongside Brett Fisher. If you're just joining us, we're lap 13 of 41 after Steve Grumley blew his engine up towards Griffin's Bend at turn 2. That brought out the first safety car of the season. First appearance of the Project Fade Porsche safety car here in Split 2. I want to give a quick shout out as well to our series sponsors, of course, Racecraft Simulations, who've been our title sponsor now for quite a few seasons here in the Veterans, ever since season 18, to Logitech G, Parramatta Isuzu Ute, Player One Sim Gear, Nova Sim Sports, to Chubby Buns Burgers as well. Previously, they gave us the Driver of the Day award. We've now got the M1 Used Cars Driver of the Day award as well. Brett, there's been some great performances tonight. I'm sure we'll be discussing that later on. To Project Fade as well, who's come on board this season as a new sponsor of the series as well. Safety car has pulled away.
Yeah,
and
here we go.
We'll prepare ourselves for the race restart.
I'm prepared.
Bathurst.
Was that someone already going?
Yeah, that's
Peters.
Peters. That's Peters going into pit lane.
Righto.
An interesting call at this point in time.
He darted to the inside there.
He did. Michael Jones has gotten us back underway at Mount Panorama. Lap 14 of 41. With Jones getting pressured here from Kokoschki. Boardman's up there too. Zatira, Buckland, Hoffman, Allen, Monday, Horsell, Tannick, Brook, the top 10. But there's battles all throughout the field once again here tonight.
Clifton
now that the field has been completely shuffled up thanks to this safety car.
Lap 14 of 41 underway at the moment as we go up the mountain. Jones, unfortunately, not pitting at this stage, so he's going to be really out of sorts here.
It's going to give some impressive promotions though. Brett, after he does pick, Kokoschki will go up to the lead. Boardman will go to P2. Satira, Buckland in behind them. Hoffy will go up to P5. After his great start here tonight. After starting inside of the top 10, he's up 3 at this stage. It'll be 4. Ron Allen up 14 at the moment into P7. It'll be 15 when Jones comes in. And it will promote Ben Brook back into the top 10. And he's currently up 20 positions, Brett, after pitting earlier in the race. Brett O'Brien up 26. Lisner up 20, Lovegrove up 15, you're up 10, Brett, Reale up 13, Phil up 14 as well. So they are the double-digit gainers thus far at this point of the race.
Unbelievable. And it's all, like you look at that tree now, we've got a lot of guys nose to tail, so it's on for young and old, or old and old out there, as we say at Vets.
And the tree is lighting up with white, orange and yellow. If you're not sure what the colouring means, white is a second or above, yellow is above half a second, and orange, that's below half a second. So that's how close the field is right now as Blanchard gets past Baxter. Favero comes past as well in a good move. The Split 3 champion of last season, who will be hoping to solidify himself in Split 2 this season and remain here in the second tier of veterans as Brett O'Brien comes in for his second stop of the race, so he's going to go early here to get this second stop done.
Pete Baxter in as well.
Yep, could be a little bit of a strategy play here for those guys to try and get themselves home.
Yep, Jones doing the fastest lap of the race there with a 207.316, although he still hasn't done his first stop yet, so he's going to be right out. He's going to try and sort of stretch his legs there a little bit. It's unfortunate. Jones just unfortunately, I don't know what's happened there. We've seen Jones last season make a few errors there in regarding to pits and stuff. Oh, there's something happening there.
Yeah, there's a bit of smoke. Cesar and Lanyon getting into it down at turn 1, it seems. So those guys are trying to battle away further down the order here tonight. They're two of the two stoppers here tonight. Cesar will go up the inside. Lanyon will let him have it up at turn 2, and they'll try and chase down Brett Taylor. Currently winning the battle of the Bretts tonight is Brett Horsell in P9.
Go Brett!
Down one spot in this race, slowly following him behind, or closely following him behind, I should say, Matty Monday, who had his best qualifying to date, probably in the I would say in the Gen 3 era, Brett, starting P2 tonight for Fishy Motorsports. A great effort thus far from Matty Monday in this race.
I tell you what, look, I really like Brett Horsell's car. That is looking sensational. I don't know, it's just got that little bit of a gleam to it. They've done a good job on that paint this season.
It's almost got that, almost a matte pearl, if you will, Brett.
Yeah, it's actually quite mesmerising. But this is a really decent battle pack here. It goes all the way from Zaretta all the way back down to Vigar. So that's a great little battle pack there. And then we've got another battle pack from Todd Duggan all the way. Todd Duggan is in 18th and then all the way back to Steve Lanning in 32. Now that is a pack.
It is an absolute massive battle pack. We come round to begin lap 16 now. Michael Jones, still the race leader, but still to come into pit lane for his first stop of the race. How far down the order is he going to go? You'd have to assume it's going to be a roundabouts P34 or P35 because of the time loss in pit lane. He still needs 2 stops tonight, Brett. That's a massive loss for Jones after not coming in under the safety car.
It is. It's a massive, I don't know what he's done there. But it's hurt his race so far. Great little battle here with Brett Horsell.
Didn't realise this was the reverse of Big. Brett Fisher has now become Tom Hanks, or since it's the reverse of Big, it's Hom Tanks. Starring in Little this summer, Brett Fisher.
Thank you very much. Absolutely marvellous to be here. Brett Taylor just being past my house, Cesar.
Right up the hill as well. Andrew Hoffman still battling closely with Ron Allen inside of the top 10. And I know there's a lot of love out there from the Ukraine for Hoffy, of course. They're all watching tonight, giving him the support on this race.
He's going at the moment.
Jones
Sorry
and
to frighten you coming back.
That's okay. Jones and Kokoschki still battling here for the top 2 spots on the road. As they come down. Oh, a little bit of a touch of the wall there for Kokoschki. Slight clip of the wall. Has that put any damage on the car? Last lap by, by the way, Brett. Fastest lap of the race from Michael Jones. A 207.01 on the last run around. That's what low fuel will do for you.
Yeah, flying, absolutely flying. Who was that before? Was that our jockey pit reporter? Was it?
Yeah, that was Mark Shortham.
Part-time Oompa Loompa.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it definitely wasn't Rihanna Shrinkum. It was Mark Shortham. Kokoschki and Michael Jones, though, continue this battle at the top end as we begin lap 17 of 41. And the Sud Speed entry for Synergy Sim Racing. Well, as we said, he wants to start his season with a race win. He started his run at the championship that little bit too late last season, and he wants to carry the momentum into season 27. Become the next champion here in Split 2. Interestingly enough, Brett, we have an opportunity this season to crown, if I quickly look at the list, and my memory serves correctly, because it may not, I am getting older. I am getting older.
Okay. Right.
We could crown a third 2-time Split 2 champion this season. There are 3 drivers that can do it in the field.
Right.
If my memory serves correctly. Halil Cesar, Steve Grumley, and Todd Duggan, I believe, are the only only previous champions. It's Kokoschki up at McPhillamy Park, run way wide.
Holy!
He's gathered it up. Somehow that's going to allow Boardman back onto him. And this is the true battle for the race lead. This is the true battle for it.
I was just about to say, Kokoshi's done a really fantastic job of putting himself in a positive position here, really pushing forward, but now he's just come unstuck. He tapped the wall on the left, and memory gone, but he just gave the wall 2 taps, got that car out of shape. So I don't know whether there's much damage on that car. It looks like he's still tracking all right, but geez, that could have been very, very bad.
It could have been. It could have been race ending. It could have been bad if he'd ended up crashed, over Skyline and into the S's, and all of a sudden the guys like Boardman and Buckland don't know where he is, and they come over the top as Jones finally into pit lane. So Kokoschki will now finally take back the race lead of this race. Boardman will slot into P2, and Buckland slots into P3 on the podium for Old Mate and Sons. New livery on their cars this season as well. And it's a good look for them. They've gone for a white base with a personalised colour scheme on some of those entries.
Go back and have a look at the Ron Allen, Matty Monday, Brett Horsell, Tannick.
Oh, sorry,
and
Brett Taylor,
Brooke.
Michael Quain.
Oh,
Brett Taylor and Michael Quain have had an off down at the chase. Something's happened down there between those guys as well, Brett. So plenty of action to look back upon. The post-race highlights later on, of course, as well. And we apologise if we miss any incidents.
love the highlights.
But we will show them post-race, so stick around for that. It's Brett Taylor's favourite segment of the whole season.
That battle pack for 6th through to 10th. What?
I said Brett Taylor's favourite segment. It's Brett Fisher. I'm pulling to you now, Brett.
Right. Yeah. This little battle pack here, I've just been watching it the last couple of minutes. It closed right up nearly all of these guys down at Brent Brook within half a second of each other.
I mean, look at this top 10, Brett. This top 10 right now.
I am.
If you had placed it last season, it's completely different to any other top 10 we had last season. Like, there's a couple of returners in there. You know, Borbin had a few top 10s. Kokoschka obviously had a lot of top 10s, as did Buckland, as did Tannick. But look at the new blood that's in there. Ben Brook just continuing with his run and his form at the end of last season into the new season. He's up 21 positions back into the top 10. Horsell's running in the 10. Monday, Allen, Zatira, and Hoffy as well. These guys are running in the 10, and they're running well in the top 10 too. So all of these guys are running super well right now. But there is a name on that list that I mentioned that we've got to look at. Matty Monday. 40.5 seconds was his first pit stop. This guy's going to gain huge on the next pit stop, which is most likely going to be green flag. That's going to find him up and around the podium. He could still get a podium tonight. This is huge for Matty Monday.
That is, And look, I mean, have a look at the battling. I mean, it is fantastic. See, there's no one. I mean, there's a couple of little breakouts of 2.5 seconds. But if you look all the way down that whole list until you get to Rob Baxter, Pete Baxter.
So you're going down you're going down at least a split to find Rob Baxter, Brett.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Yeah, my bad. But into 34th. All the others, apart from Brett Taylor now doing about 3 seconds, but all of the others were within sort of 2.5 seconds. That's massive.
Well, we've got tightening battles further back here. Now, Daryl Callahan, we noticed it during the break, Brett. We saw him come into pit lane. He actually exited pit lane whilst the exit was closed. He's come out ahead of some traffic because I noticed he didn't filter into the back of the train. So he may have a penalty coming at the end of this race because of that fact. Yeah. So for Callahan, he's sitting in this position back here in P23, but he's got a tightening pack in behind him with the guys, with the likes of Mario Reali, former race winner here in Split 2, Matty Fu coming up from Split 3, David Duddle coming up from Split 3 as well as Craig Miller. So some of the Split 3 guys have come up to Split 2. They're in the hot seat right now as they battle here with Reali, and they're mixing it right now, Brett, with former Split 2 champion Halil Cesar, who's back here as well. So they are getting the sword put to them for position.
Well, this goes to carry on from what we were saying last year. Is like the splits are just getting tighter and tighter. And this is what's going to happen. The racing is going to get closer and closer, and we're going to see the fields mixed up because it's just so close. So it's a matter of like we saw last year. You don't have to win a race to win the season to become champion. It's a matter of consistency, minimising those errors and just being as consistent as you possibly can be.
You can see as well, these cars screaming through the chase right now. Brett Horsell's gotten past Ron Allen up and inside of the top 10. See Blanchard battling with Favero, who's having a strong run here tonight as well. As more and more battles continue on at this stage of the race. Jeremy Bush battles away with Daryl Callahan. As that pack we were focusing on before at the back end of town, Brett, I think it's fair to give the backpacks and back battles a bit of time. As here comes Duddle up the inside of Fu. Wants it down at Murray's. Can he get this job done?
Wow.
Watch for Miller back there too as they continue this fight. Look at Cesar. He wants a piece of this as well, Brett. It's all happening here and amongst the back end of the top 30.
Oh, Cesar had a bit of a lock up there. But, geez, that was a massive dive. I don't know whether he missed his braking marker or it was actually an intentional dive, but he did well to gain that car under control and actually continue out the other side without tacking anyone out and having a bit of a lunge, you know, so that was great.
It's all happening
Duddle
up here
having
at
a
Griffin's
great
Bend.
run on the inside.
Duddle's stuck on the outside. He's going to get run
Oh.
wide. He gets run wide by
Yeah.
Miller. Cesar picks up the pieces like a Hoover. And now up into P26 he goes.
Old Hoover Cesar.
You see there, Miller's trying to get a job here on Matty Fu as well. So this battle's really
Callahan
heating
on
up back
Bush.
here. Oh, it's all
Callahan
happening.
on Bush had
It's
a
all
bit
happening.
of a dive.
Yep, exactly right. It's all happening. And it's good to
where do you
see.
look? Where do you look?
It's good to see those split three guys, Brett, who'd be so used to battling
Yeah.
each other, still battling and cutting it.
Close.
Oh my God! And cutting it up with some of our split two boys of
Yeah,
seasons past
yeah.
as well. It's great to see.
Keeping them honest.
Exactly
Keeping them
right.
honest. See
And it-
Evan Tannick up further in ninth position on the back of Allen. He's within 0.2 of a second of the back of Allen.
This is all happening.
I don't know.
all
I'm
throughout the
seeing a
field.
lot. I'm seeing a different Tannick tonight. I am seeing an absolutely different Tannick tonight. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
It's something. I'm not sure what, but he's racing smart. He's approaching the battles and planning his way ahead as well. And you can see there, the Bruce Tannick of old probably would have just shoved it in at Murray's and hoped for the
Sent it,
best.
yeah,
And
yeah.
this time by, he's patient. He's waiting. And it's great stuff
Yeah.
from Bruce Tannick tonight. Great to see from him. That battle, by the
The
way,
thing is, he's fast.
He is. He's
Bruce
so
Tannick
fast.
is fast. Yeah.
so fast. By the way, that battle, it's still close here. Miller's still pressuring
Yeah.
through here for positions. He's not giving this up
Nah, good on
in
him.
that
Go,
podium
go.
car. He's still putting the pressure on it. I'm really impressed tonight by Craig's driving. I must be honest. Look at Cesar. He wants the inside at one. No.
Cesar, yeah.
Just balks it out a little bit. Watch for Lanyon in the background too. He wants to get involved in this little 5-car battle pack as well. Bit loose off of turn 1 for the 5-car as Cesar. As Miller now starts to pressure up towards turn 2. Look at him. Massive
Look at this.
slipstream. Wants the inside
Have a
run up
look.
towards Griffins. Can he get the job done on the 990
A little bit
Camaro?
of touch.
Oh, this is great
He's gonna have to
racing.
back out. He's going to have to back out
Oh,
because
on
he's
the
going to get the
outside.
marbles out there. Yeah. Cesar's going to have a look on the inside
Yep,
here.
lets his teammate through. Watch for Duddle though. As they continue here. Oh, he's on the inside of him. He's going to hold position. Well, now Cesar will try and chase down Miller, and we'll check back in on this, see if he can put an attack in on him at some point. Dom
Lovegrove
Grundy.
on Grundy, yeah, yeah.
What a battle this is, Brett. Oh, we're in sync tonight, Brett. We are on it tonight. Look at that. Grundy and
How exciting is
Lovegrove.
this?
What a,
If this is the
watch
start
for
of the
Burns as
season.
well. And then look at look at that Joker. Look who's in on this, Brett.
Hey. Another. I resemble that remark. Unbelievable. Yeah, this was great. Actually, sit on the back of this pack too. You know, like it was great.
Great retro livery as well on Lovegrove's car, that old Glenn Seaton EF or AU Falcon livery that's on this Mustang here tonight as well. For the 19 car, he's got Paul Burns in behind him. Fantastic racing here tonight. Across the whole field, Brett.
It is.
Front to back.
Actually, I'm just lost for words, actually, because I just sort of think, you know, like, is this what we're in for as we see? Who's that? Todd Duggan. Sorry, yeah, he's new paint. I'll get used to it.
Duggan! Duggan's made a mistake on the pit entry.
No,
He's put it straight in the wall.
he's lucky to get that
no.
going.
He's kept, and
Get on
lucky
your
he's
fast
in pit
repair.
lane as well. Get that fast repair on.
Get there fast.
Get it
repair.
sorted.
Nothing like a panic. But is this the start of what we're going to see for this season?
have a
I'd say
feel- you have a
what, if
feeling
it
it's
is,
going to, Brett.
we're in for a cracker.
We are. I mean, you
We're
think of the
in for an
tracks.
absolute
Think of the
cracker.
tracks we've got coming up. Road America, we often get racing like this at. Road Atlanta, we get
Yeah.
racing like this as well. Much shorter, tighter circuit though. So there's a couple of minor errors that can happen.
Duddle on food.
Yeah, he's right on him.
Side by side, and
Yep.
he's got it. Can he hold him out?
Up towards turn 2, they go through Griffin's Bend. Can the 990 hold the outside? It'll become the inside of the cutting. Continuing on, Matt Fu on the inside's going to hold position to Duddle here. I tell you what, the split three
Duddle
boys, they're making it hard, And look at Lanyon as Donald comes through and a great move. Lanyon wants to get the job done as well. Up through Reed Park, gets the job done. Lanyon sneaks it through and a great move there to get himself up to P26. What a great battle we're seeing come about here. Unbelievable.
This is unbelievable. I can't believe it. Where do you look next?
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic stuff.
Great
Roy Clark.
Racing. Absolutely great racing. There's a little bit of room given. No one sort of,
That's
absolutely
right.
just send someone to the never-nevers. Like this is fantastic. Burns on Lovegrove now.
He is. He's right there on him. Down Conrod Straight they come towards the chase. And the laps are just ticking by at this stage. And the battles are continuing to intensify. How fast has the last 7 laps gone, Brett, since we got this thing restarted again? And it's restarted at a nuclear level in terms of how much this has heated up, the pressure that's between them, but the control they've had throughout this race has been impeccable.
Sensational.
This is what Split 2 is about. This, Split 3 is where you build up some pace. Split 2 is where you build up your racecraft. And the racecraft that's on offer tonight is unbelievable. We had a couple of little niggles at the start of the night, Brett. Often happens, return, a little bit of track rust. We know what happens. But the midpoint of this race has been unbelievable in terms of the battles we're getting, the pressure that's on them, and how clear, clean, and concise they've been in going about these battles and these passing manoeuvres as well. It's great to see.
Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, Burns on the inside here.
Can he get it done? Oh, running it wide goes Lovegrove. Oh, he absolutely baited him out, forced him wide. Fisher comes through as well. That's a bit of bait for you, Brett. Good move.
Good move.
I have to start calling you the Hoover as Lovegrove gets it loose up through the cutting. Into the wall he goes. Callahan comes through.
That's unfortunate for Lovegrove. Looks like he might have got away with that a little bit all right there. A little bit of damage, not too much.
Not too much. As Favero and Blanchard now battling away. The Split 3 champion of season 26, Nathan Favero. Chris Blanchard, who got his first win in 4 years in Split 2. Back at Miami last season.
Cesar on the back of Real. Cesar on the back of Real.
Can he get this job done? Well, they're coming up towards Skyline. He's not quite close enough to make this move just yet. Is the season 24 Split 2 champion.
I'll tell you what, is there only 10 laps to go? Is there only 5 laps to go?
No,
it feels like that tension.
It feels like it, doesn't it?
I think I've
unbelievable.
I think all that stuff I put in the oven earlier is just I've cooked it too much.
Abel Verben, one of the Split 3 drivers who've come up this season into the wall up at the dipper.
Around.
And he's gotten it back around and going again. No, he looks okay. I think he might have just lost the rear and just tightened himself
still
up.
Back on the back of Real.
Can he get this job done down towards the chase?
Yeah, having a look.
He's not quite willing to go up the inside just yet, but he wants to get this move made.
I'll tell you what, he's looking very strong, though.
On board with him once again. Both of these guys, proven race winners, as Reale breaks a little bit early. Cesar forced up the inside.
Can he pull it up?
He's got the move made. Does Cesar up to P23, make it P22 with Lovegrove in pit lane.
Wow, Chris Miller on the back of Bush as well. Jeez, where do you look?
That'd be Craig Miller
happening
there,
everywhere.
Brett. That'd be Craig Miller on that one, but that's all right.
Sorry, what did I say?
Chris Miller.
Oh, well.
Sounds like a footballer.
I don't even know why I presumed to know his first name. Just said Miller.
I don't know.
Yeah, anyway,
Bush,
I just made it up.
Bush and Miller are battling hard here.
Pits.
Yeah, both of them are in. I got to say, Brett.
He's still on.
I know, he's on him. Even with Craig down 3 tonight, this is a great drive from him in his first outing here in Split 2. We are going to have a real Sophie's choice tonight, Brett, of trying to figure out who's going to be our Driver of the Day nominations, because I've got at least 5 names I can put forward right now. Based on what we've seen thus far, it's unbelievable. There's Hoffy and Monday battle away here as well. Horsel's in on this too.
Yep.
This is all happening.
Brett Horsell having an absolute cracker. 7th spot at the moment. And he is, where he's on that, he's up, only up 1, but he's having a cracker. That is really good to see from Brett Horsell. Hoffy at the moment having another really good
4.
run, up 4 positions at the moment.
Now,
So
he is
that's
gonna
great to see
drop.
from Hoffy.
He is going to drop at least, I would argue, probably at least 3 positions in the stop as Kokoschki's in. So race leader in for his
Right,
final
we're gonna
stop
start
of
to
this
see some
race.
normalisation.
So Boardman will now go on to lead himself a lap. So he'll get himself a bonus point tonight with Buckland in behind him. Hoffman's in as well. Now, as I said, Hoffy's probably going to lose about 3 spots here in the stop because of the time differentials across the first stops of the race. So there is a little bit of correction here. So he will be outside of the top 5, but he should remain inside of the top 10 after this stop's been
He'd be
completed.
If he can stay in the top 10, that is fantastic for Hoffy. He'll be really pumped with that.
Tell you what, Brendan Zatira, we haven't shown him off all too much tonight. We mentioned how good his qualifying was, but his race has been great as well. Up 3 positions into P3 at this
spots,
stage.
yep.
Corrected order
Gary
after the
Buckland
pit
also
stop.
up 5.
Yep, great effort. Corrected order after the pit stop. Zatira won't be on the podium as Matt Monday will jump him in pit lane, but there's been a great drive from the Player One Sim Racing car of Zatira here tonight for the 08 Mustang. A great performance inside of the top 10.
Chris Miller on the back of Bush again. Chris Miller on the back of Bush.
done it.
Miller, sorry.
You've done it again, Brett.
And shut up. Don't worry about it. Just move on. Miller. I don't know where the Chris is coming from. I've got no idea what his first name is.
Halil says is getting involved in this as well, though. It's becoming a little bit of a triple threat here as they fight for position inside of the top 20 now. It's all happening.
Yeah.
It is all happening between them.
And then even if you wanted to go up further, if this sim is down here, Viger, Blanchard and Favero, you know, they're having a great little battle. And Corfetus, is that right? Corfetus?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe it is called Fetus or
I mean,
Corfetus.
look. I'll just get this out. I'll just get this out now. Please do not be offended if I pronounce anyone's name incorrectly or call the first name an incorrect name. It's purely not deliberate, and I'm an idiot.
I'll tell you
Okay,
what,
move on.
Bush and Miller. Great drive from both these guys tonight. Miller, though, as I said, he's one of those 5 names that I've currently got simmering away on a Driver of the Day nomination at the moment because he is driving exceptionally tonight. He's Craig Miller. Down 1 at the moment, but driving well inside of the top 20. He's got
Burns on Grundy.
Yep, it's all happening between those guys too. Not quite close enough on the move, but still pressuring him at this stage.
Yeah, he must have been. He was only within 0.03, I think, of Grundy there for a second as he was coming down Conrod there. So he had some big pace there. So he just wasn't able to actually make any stick there. Back with Miller.
I mean, this is the hot battle at this stage for Miller and for Bush. Great drive from these guys. Scott McCune, by the way, has gone round up at Reed Park.
Whoa.
Yep, this car's gone round up here. So he's got to get this going again, but that thing's got massive damage on the front of it. Unfortunately for McCune.
He's going to see a trip down pit lane for sure.
He will indeed. As Roy Clark continues to battle here with Rick Feig. And look at that pack that's coming onto this now. Blanchard, Favero, Corfetus. These guys are all getting into it. Pete Baxter.
Yep.
Pete Baxter has gone off the road down at the exit of the chase just before pit lane.
Is that running? Is that?
It's not got a blown engine because it doesn't have the blinking light on the back end.
No.
But he is parked up like he can't move.
Wow.
So unless he's waiting for an opportunity to get out and around again.
Yep.
But yeah, that is. I mean, that car he might try and get it running again.
Well,
but
he's
we'll
not
have to
even
wait
in
and
reverse.
see.
He's in second. He's in second gear there.
He's in second. Well, he probably doesn't want to have to reverse straight back on the track. So I think he's waiting either for a tow or he might see if he can get it going again. But he's not moving just yet. As Chapman and Cullen are in the pit lane.
Yep.
Copycat. Again, we are in sync. We are on it, Brett.
Callahan and Fisher and Burns on the back of Grundy.
He's continuing to get pressurised. He's Grundy back there with Burns still right there with him. And Brett Fisher as well. We don't have the battle of the Fishers this season, do we, Brett? I believe Damon went up to split one, didn't he?
Yep,
he did. So
Good
no battle of the fish. Bruce Tannock into pit lane now.
I hope he goes well.
Final stop of the race for Tannock. So we expect Tannock to exit pit road ahead of Andrew Hoffman, who was previously in the top 5. So that's the measuring marker for him. on where he should be after this stop. Brett Fisher's in as well for his final stop of the race, and we've got 15 laps to go here at Mount Panorama as James Boardman leads in the one mechanical entry at the top end of town with Buckland and Zatira on the podium at this stage.
Tell you what, look at Andrew Galley. Andrew Galley's up 11 spots and he's done 3 pit stops.
I know. Unbelievable from Andrew Galley here tonight. In fact, I'm trying to find him on my list. Let's see where he is showing off. Here he is. Up 12. Can get home from when he pitted on lap 12. He's got Michael Quainer behind him. He's on the same strategy and just starting to push some pressure here on Matt Fu ahead of him as well. So both of these guys are hoping to prove themselves this season with possibly a good performance in the championship, of course. As Grundy continues here to withstand the pressure from Burns. This is a great drive from Grundy thus far.
Yeah, yep. I'll say any time that you can actually have a really close battle for an extended period of time and come out the other end still smiling, that's got to be good. Cesar on Bush.
Yep, continuing to put pressure on him now. So Miller's gotten past Bush.
On Duddle.
Yep, so we missed this, but Miller's actually gotten past Bush now. So as Roy Clark comes in, so Cesar will now put the pressure on the locked on lads entry ahead of him. Try and get past this car if he can. We've got 51 people watching live with us right now. Great to have you all here with us.
G'day, everyone.
Appreciate you guys watching along with us on the Vets channel as well. I'm unsure what the viewing numbers right now on the Infinity Broadcasting channel are, but we appreciate your time over there as well. Please,
thanks for watching, everybody.
Yep, appreciate it. If you're watching for the first time, or you've been here for a little while and you haven't done so already, as Boardman, Zatira, Monday are all in now, so Buckley now takes the race lead. If you're here for the first time, you've been here for a little while, be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe, the bell icon as well, so you're notified whenever we go racing right here on the V8 Veterans channel. We've got Split 3, Split 4 and Split 2 action come your way throughout the season right here for the Veterans. You can also catch the Split 2 action over on the Infinity Broadcasting channel as well, and you can help support us with the Split 2 show by subscribing over there too. We recently ticked over 350 subscribers. Brett, we finally got over the milestone. Next milestone is now 400.
Just overtook... back down in 31st, so Todd Duggan overtaking Clifton.
He's got that move made as Todd Duggan
got his car repaired after his big oopsie.
And he did indeed. So those cars into pit road now in their final stops made here tonight. So Kokoschki is ahead of Tanek. We said that Tanek needed to be ahead of Hoffman after his stop. Well, he is right now, as is Matt Monday. So those were two of the cars I knew were going to pass Hoffman throughout that stint because of the time differential in pit lane as well. But yeah, if you're watching out there, guys, and you're not doing so right now, get in the chat with us. Whatever channel you're watching on, the chats are connected. So you can chat over on the Infinity Broadcasting channel. We'll see it here on Veterans, or you can chat on the Veterans channel. The Infinity Broadcasting, we'll see you over there as well. So we get a full conversation going between networks and between channels out here on YouTube as well. But really appreciate the support for round 1. Round 2 next week is going to be mega, Brett. Road America, a supercars style US circuit if ever I've seen one. That is going to be incredible. And if we get the racing we'll be getting tonight out there, it's going to be off its charts. It's going to be unbelievable.
I'm just thinking too, because I'm going to be in Bathurst next weekend for the 6 hour.
Yes.
I might have to take some gear and try and do the broadcast from Bathurst maybe. I don't know. I'll have to think about that.
Might have to get a little bit of a
I don't know. I'll have to talk to the boys and see what's going on Saturday night. But maybe I can do it live from Bathurst.
Yeah, get a laptop scenario happening for us, Brett, maybe, and logging in from Bathurst.
I'll definitely look into that. I'll talk to the boys and see how busy we're going to be.
Hopefully the phone data is a little bit better than Damon's was when he previously ran it on a computer.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes anyway. Tanik on the back of Lanyon, having a bit of an attack there.
Yep. He's right on him too. Lanyon's on the inside of the chase. Manages to hang on for the moment. And by the way, Lanyon has taken his 2 stops tonight. He last put it on lap 11, but the question is still, can he make it home from there? Tanik couldn't. Can Lanyon though? That is the question on our lips right now. Heap of cars in pit lane. Corfeatis, Horsell, Viger, Miller and Duddle all into pit lane.
Here we go. Tanik on the inside here. Is he going to push it? And he comes through. Look at him go.
What a move.
This is a
watch Monday
Tanik.
as well. Watch Monday as well. He's got the run up the hill here.
I'm definitely seeing a different Tanik tonight. Oh, look out!
Steve Lanyon off the road. And into the wall.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, is that race over for SLS Racing tonight? Grumley's already out after blowing the engine earlier on. Is that Lanyon's race done? Well, it can only go so long, Brett, before it blew up in our face. But look at this pack. Boardman, Horsell, Quain and Hoffman all battling away.
This is lap 29 to 41. We are still out of the 10 laps to go range, and things are heating up big time. The field is spread out a little bit, but there's still plenty of battles going on. I tell you now, do not go anywhere. This is going to close out to be an absolute corker of a race here at Bathurst. First round of season 27.
I mean, it's been an unbelievable race thus far. And the battles we've seen have been epic here. Boardman wanted it at Skyline on Horsell, but backed out of it in the end.
Oh, I'm glad he did, because that's not a good spot to do it. Well, as far as I'm concerned, plenty of people might go, yeah, it's a good spot, but I didn't think so.
I suppose if he's alongside him before the entry at Skyline, it might not be too bad, as Ron Allen's now into pit road as well.
Yeah.
But, this battle's heating up. This is for corrected order, Brett.
Kokoschki on Real just overtook him.
Yeah, Kokoschki's made that move. Not one that's really for position, because Reale still needs a pit stop here tonight. So that one's really a null and void one as he comes into pit road now as well. But yeah, that battle that's happening, Brett, that we're focusing on, this is realistically, this is a battle for the top 5. This is a battle for P4 and P5 on the road, with Andrew Galley not too far up the road from him in a top 4 position right now.
Yeah.
I mean, an unbelievable race from him if he can pull that out tonight. But this gaggle of cars is battling hard. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I think he's in slot. Oh, sorry, big yawn.
It's not because the race is boring, I promise you. It's because Brett got up at 4 a.m. That's why.
Yeah, I know. It's been a big day,
Probably what's
boys.
actually keeping you awake, Brett. Let's be real.
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited. I think Andrew Galley had a bit of fuel saving to do, and I think that's why he's still out there. He's going all right, but I think he's doing some fuel saving. Have a look at this. Brett Horsell.
Michael Quain's in the same boat as what Andrew Galley is. Both of them are having to save a little bit of fuel here. Now, again, the fuel burn differs the critical lap. If you're running that low end of 4.7 to 4.75, lap 13 is your friend. But if you're up at around 5.0, well, lap 15 was your best friend. And that means you're in a completely different ballpark to other drivers in the field. So it changes the game a little bit.
That was Quainey just dragging along the wall there.
It was either Quainey or Horsell. It was one of the two. It got right up against the wall at the grate.
I think it was Quainey.
What a race we've been having, though. This is going down as one of the Bathurst classics of Split 2.
Yeah. This
it really is
sensational so far.
Really, Brett, it's giving me the vibes of Canadian Tire Motorsport Park from last season. That is the vibe it is giving me. That was arguably the best race on track, no narrative to it in terms of what made it so good. Just the on-track action we saw there was the best race of the season. And right now we're starting season 27 with an absolute banger here tonight. Bush, who's coming to pit lane.
Yeah, he's coming to pit lane, yep. So this is starting to normalise now. So Bush in. So we've only got really 3 of the top drivers, Gary Buckland, Blanchard and Grundy, who are on the one stop so far. So that fuel will be cleansed back to Cesar with the first of the 2 stoppers.
That's right, but he does need another pit stop. He didn't take enough fuel to get himself to the end of the race. He's about 5 laps short right now.
And that's going to squash this back even further.
It will indeed, as Quainey's getting put under pressure here from Horsell.
I'll tell you what, that Fish bloke, he's actually closing on his pack too.
That up 17, Brett. What's happening here? Up 17?
I don't know.
Got to be at least 20. Come on, Brett. Come on. Got to be at least 20. Let's go. Let's get 3 more. Michael Quain, though, is in the lion's den right now up at the cutting. He's got Brett Horsell, who's been driving the race of his life tonight, and Boardman, who's a previous race winner at this track in Split 2, hounding the rear end of this old mate and Sons Camaro.
I get the feeling that the Quaney is under pressure, and he's actually feeling the pressure just by the attitude of that car. The last couple of times we've actually zipped on it. Just seeing a little bit of feedback coming from that. That's a little bit of pressure there. So
he is feeling the pressure from Horsell as Buckland's in now out of the race lead. We'll see where he situates after this pit stop period as well, with 10 laps to
being
go.
up 19 spots
A great effort
at the moment. But
yep. I mean, Andrew Galley up 29 is an
huge.
unbelievable effort. Through strategy alone tonight, it must be said, Brett. This is not a case of Andrew would have qualified in the top 10. This is he's had 3 pit stops, and he's put himself in this position thanks to his strategy gamble, and it's paid off for him at this stage. I mean, an unbelievable gamble that he hopes is going to pay off tonight.
In pits.
Yep, so their stop comes in as Kikoshi comes past to go to P3. So we await Dom Grundy and Chris Blanchard to pit now for the final time in this race.
Lap 32 of 41. We're inside the top 10. We're inside the 10 to get it home.
We are indeed. So we are 10 to go, 10 to the good in this race, as the battles continue on all throughout the field. I mean, Todd Duggan, Andrew Listener, Darryl Callahan, Mick Clifton as well are all battling back here inside of the, just outside the top 20 and top 15, as Jamie Peters takes his final stop of the race as well, and his return to Split 2, Brett. Last time he was here as a part of a team. This time he comes back as the proclaimed lone wolf out there.
Brett Horsell was closing the gap on Quaney there for a second. And
again, he's bit loose,
but sideways.
Horsell continues to pressure him through the cutting. So what I've been seeing, Brett, is so Horsell's strong through Griffins in the cutting, stronger than Quain is, but Quain's strong here through Silman Park and up towards McPhillamy.
Yeah,
because he gets that little bit of gap that he needs, knowing that Horsell can't come past him at Skyline.
This is a pressure cooker, I tell you what, and it's getting compressed more and more time goes on here. Brett Horsell driving absolutely fantastic tonight. I'm so impressed. I mean, he's down 1 spot at the moment, but just a great effort tonight. Great to see him having a really good dip here. Right on the back of Quaney as he comes out of Forest Elbow.
A great effort from Horsell tonight as they put the power down Conrod Straight once again. And towards the chase they go, but is Horsell going to try and get this done at turn 20, or is he going to have to wait for another opportunity? He wants to go up the inside of the chase. Is he going to ride it?
Can he go around the outside? Can he go
He's
around the outside?
He's going to get the inside from the chase. Outside of the next corner, though. Can he hang on to it with Quain right on his inside? Quain holds on for now. Watch Boardman. He wants to get involved as well. To the inside goes Quain. Outside for Brett Horsell there. And the cars in behind him
as well.
Yeah, they got to pick a lane here, Brett. They've got to decide where do they want to go. At Murray's corner they go. Boardman now wants the inside. They're almost 3 wide down the main straight up towards turn 1. Can they get this job done? Boardman on the inside of Horsell. He wants the inside on Quain. There's a little touch. There's a little moment. And Quain goes off on the other side. The most minute of touches. And Quain is off the road. Absolute heartbreak.
Yeah, what a shame. That was unfortunate. That was an absolutely fantastic little battle there. And yeah, that's a shame that he got turned around there. I'm sure there's probably some recourse to happen there. But so really, look at it. Horsell's going to be the winner out of this, I think.
He's going to be the gainer out of it. The real gainer. I think. I don't think Boardman was just that far enough up, and that may be a drive-through coming his way. But you can't say he wasn't hungry for it.
Yeah, have a look what's happened though. I'm now into this fight, and Ron Allen as well has bought into it.
Yep, they've all of his have been dragged in.
Yeah.
And the intensity level continues to go up. Feels like we are in the control. Feels like we're in the control room of reactor number 4, circa 1985, Brett. That's what it feels like right now.
And the water's about half full.
That's right.
We need some more water to cool this thing down. This is going off.
Hopefully there's no graphite tips on the control rods of this one. But for Hoffy, he continues to put pressure now on Horsell and Boardman. As we said, we suspect Boardman will get a drive through forward. He wasn't far enough up at turn 1. Had a crack but just couldn't get close enough under brakes. Oftentimes, it's those small moments. And really, Brett, the car contacts we've seen tonight, at least on the live, they've only been minute contacts. They haven't been massive dive bombs where you've kind of doored someone off the road. It's only been the minor stuff, really, throughout this race. So, but yeah, I mean, if he doesn't get a drive through, it'll still be a good performance for him. If he does, well, he'd be throwing away a top 5 right now after that. Only a minute move there, but yeah. That's a shame.
Look, it is what it is, and it's been Bush on Clifton closing the gap there, and Bush has taken that one off Clifton.
As indeed, as Scott Weston has gone off the road further back. Oh, he's actually had a bit of a moment up at Forest Elbow. That's allowed Matt Fu past him further back as well. But yeah, some great battling all throughout, and this pack is being led here by Baldwin, backed up by Alan and yourself, Brett, as you put the pressure on him.
And isn't it interesting, Scotty Weston last season, didn't he win a race?
No, he got pole.
Oh, he got pole. Yeah.
He got a pole.
But sorry, my bad, because I've got a crap memory. But
okay.
But isn't it interesting, like a pole sitter from last season, and he's sitting in 34th. I mean, it's just this split has been turned upside down, literally.
Oh, it really has. I mean, it is literally, it's one of the biggest changes we've had to split to in quite a few seasons in terms of the new drivers coming in. It's a massive shake-up to the balancing of the split and how it's balancing out this season as well. And this is only a taste of what we're going to see this season. It's going to develop as the season goes on. We can't predict how this season is going to go.
No.
Ultimately, off this one race, we can't, because it is Bathurst, ultimately. It's an X factor.
If this is an entree, I can't wait for the main course.
Can you imagine what dessert's going to be when we get to Adelaide?
Fantastic. Cesar on listener now. He's closing the gap there as well.
He's starting to put pressure on him. Here is Cesar. Been through pit lane 3 times tonight after contact into the wall up at turn 2 on lap 3.
Like
his first stop of the night.
Looked like Callahan had a bit of a lock-up coming through the dipper there too. And let's close that gap up even further.
We know as well that this is not Callahan's true position, Brett, knowing that he did exit a closed pit lane under safety car. So that should be a penalty of some kind, and probably will drop him back at least a couple of spots, it must be said. But what a race it's been. What an unbelievable race it has been, and it's been high energy the whole time. Really, the gas has only been lifted off once we were into the safety car period. Apart from that, it has been on for young and old all throughout the field. As Miller continues to battle here with Michael Quain. As Miller goes up the inside, down at the chase. And a great move. Duddle gets past him as well.
Watch for
Duddle too. He wants a 2 for 1 here on Miller. Bit of a door to Miller there. Knocks it off the road, and Quain comes back past. Duddle! Duddle there got loose and contact into Miller down there. What a shame. After such a good drive tonight by Craig Miller, to see it end like that.
Yeah. Oh, Duddle's going backwards on.
Oh, he is. Oh, no.
Straight.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, what's the rejoin? Abel Verben comes past, but what a shame for Craig Miller. We might still nominate him for his race up to that point, because that wasn't even his fault. He was just a sitting duck, but yeah, that's a shame for him. Zatira still running strong. Rick Viger in behind him has been slow, steady, and sneaky here tonight. Not slow as in terms of pace, but has just made up some gains nice and tidily, picking them apart. He's only up 3 positions right now, but God, he snuck his way forward, Brett, by keeping it clean. It's been great to see. Same for Roy Clark, up 4 positions right now. Brett, you're finally up that magic 20 to this point of the race as well. And Ron Allen up 7 back in P14.
I'll tell you, jeez. I just clipped the wall on the outside. I'll tell you, every time I went over the top of the mountain, I go, please don't stuff up, please don't stuff up, please don't stuff up.
So at the commencement of lap 36, we'll see Stephen Kokoschke take back the race lead, leading to Bruce Tannock and Gary Buckland on the podium. Matthew Monday in P4 in a great race thus far after starting on the front row of the grid. James Boardman will go to P5, but he's coming into pit lane, and I think it might be a drive-through. So that is going to promote Brett Horsell into the top 5 now. Hoffy's going to go P6. Zatira, Viger, Clark, and I think Brett Fisher, are you going to challenge top 10? I don't know. Blanchard's leaving pit lane now. He's going to separate them. Out of pit road in a drag race with his former teammate Andrew Hoffman up the hill. Hoffy comes past. Unbelievable.
You couldn't write a better script. I mean, have a look at this now, like lap 36 of 41. And we've got the front runners are sort of run out a little bit, but Hoffy, Blanchard, Zaretta, Viger, Clark, myself, Allen. You know, like, it wouldn't take much to close that gap up back to Ferrero.
No.
You know, it's 14. Like,
would not take much at all. As the battles continue on, we've got 6 laps to go. And these battles are continuing on inside of the top 10, outside of the top 10 as well.
Quain.
Yep, so Quainy's now trapped here with Andrew Galley behind him. So
Andrew
Galley did have to pit, by the way. He couldn't make it home on that fuel, so he's had to come in. And you would suspect you'd suspect Quain's going to be in the same boat. There's Michael Jones in there as well, who didn't pit under the safety car, so he's dropped 14 spots tonight thanks to that. Little bit of a strategy mishap for him out there on the road tonight. But this battle pack continues on. Brett Horsell, though.
Yeah, what a great drive from Brett.
What a
He's
drive.
Got to be pumped.
Unbelievable. I mean, really, we can cherry pick any of these drivers at the back end of the top 10, Brett, or from the midpoint to the back end of the top 10, we can say we can nominate them. I mean, just some great performances from them tonight. The strategy play of some of these drivers, as Andrew Galley has gone off up at the dipper. That car's backed into the wall at a very inopportune position. He gets himself going once again.
It's just gone from bad to worse for Galley, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's a real shame.
Blanchard closing on Hoffman a little bit there. Having a bit of a sniff at the Hoffy.
5 laps to go. Blanchard's on the freshest tyres of the lot of them. So he's going to have the grip under him to make these moves. In a great strategy play.
I'm definitely going to go and have to have a lie down after this. I'll tell you that right now.
That's just because you got to go to bed after this, Brett.
Yeah, I know. Don't let the facts get in straight right here for a good story. Blanchard on the inside is Zaretta. Can he make this stick?
That's on Hoffy. That's
Zaretta
on Hoffy.
Just runs
he got
wide.
up the inside of Hoffman. Hoffman now drops back and watch Zatira. Zatira now on the outside of Hoffman as well, up towards the cutting. Zatira gets that job done too. Again, Hoffy has some of the oldest tyres amongst this pack. He pitted back on lap 24, so the rubber is screaming right now. Just for any sense of grip inside of this battle for the top 10. Blanchard now 17 positions gained in this race. And he could have a top 5 on the line with Horsell up ahead of him. But what a battle we've been seeing all throughout tonight from all of these drivers, it must be said. And those drivers have been shouting out all throughout the night as well. Hats off to them. What a race to this point in time. Lap 37 of 41. It'll be 4 laps to go when the Synergy Sim Racing Mustang of Stephen Kokoschke crosses the line. And he will be, if I do the maths quickly, Brett, he will be 25 kilometres away from a race win in season 27.
I'll tell you who's impressed me tonight. Kokoschke has impressed me with the attacking and that how much pace he's shown, and he's just, it's like he's been relentless, you know, and just seeing his way forward and going, right, this, I'm taking this, I'm making this happen. Fantastic effort from Kokoschke so far. Another one I want to give a big shout out to is Tanik. I think we've seen a different Tanik tonight. I don't know what it is, but definitely a different Tanik. And I'll tell you what, if that Tanik is going to show up for the rest of the season, look out, because he is going to be a big contender. Buckland going really, really well. He's had a fantastic race so far, up 4 spots. Great to see Buckland having a great, decent run here. But also Brett Horsell. I mean, hey, wow. That has been a fantastic run for him.
A great run for Brett Horsell here tonight. And it's, as I said, it's going to be a tough task for us to cut it down to 4. We could mention Blanchard being up 17, Zatira remaining in the 10, Hoffy as well, Rick Viger, who's been chipping away slowly, Roy Clark, Brett Fisher could even get a nomination as well, even for Ron Allen and Dom Grundy. I think if Craig Miller ultimately hadn't have dropped some spots after that contact, he probably would have been in the conversation too, but we'll give him a tip of the cap and say great drive do it again next week, and you could be up there once again. But there's so many names that we could list tonight of who would be in the conversation.
I'll get you to take my name off that list. I don't want to be part of this. I think there's been some fantastic racing on tonight, and I think there's some, So just don't consider me.
I've got 4 names listed right now, and one of them is subject to whoever beats the other.
Very good.
For who goes for, and those 2 are Brett Horsell and Chris Blanchard for me.
Nice.
So whichever one of these 2 come out ahead, that's the one that's going to go into the pool of 4.
Beautiful.
Because I think both of them have driven exceptionally well. But, Chris has done so well on the strategy play, and Brett's just driven incredibly strong. So I think both of them deserve a nod. The other driver I've got in there is Matt Munday. Qualifying perfection. Front row, he's only down 2, but he's maintaining a top 10 and a top 5. Hoffy in what has been a miraculous drive from him and a great return to form, it must be said. And then Bruce Tannock. We've mentioned Bruce tonight. Now he's been driving.
Yep. And just noting, Grundy actually getting onto the back of Ron Allen now too. So that, Zaretta, Hoffman, Viger, Clark, myself, Allen, and Grundy now in this fight as well. So it only takes a little bit of a wiggle of the tail, a bit of a overzealous throttle, and things can change very quickly.
Well, in fact, he's going to go for the move up the inside of Ron Allen right now into turn 1. Dom Grundy up
Gets
13 and into P12. What a move for Dom Grundy with 3 laps to go in this race. And Brett Horsell is getting pressurised to the maximum right now by Chris Blanchard. What a start to this season it would be for either of them tonight to get this top 5 finish. That's what's on the line. P5 in the race and P5 in the championship. That's what is on offer for this finishing position between Horsell and Blanchard. And Blanchard's only got 3 laps to do it. Horsell just has to survive 3 laps, and he'll get a top 5 in split 2.
Driving brilliantly at the moment. Love watching Horsell just coming through over the top there, keeping it nicely off the walls, just giving the throttle a bit of a tickle every now and again in the right spots, going right out to the extremes of the track. Blanchard right on his tail, he's just waiting to pounce. If he makes an error, he is going to be all over him like white on rice.
He'll be all over him, as we said, as they come down towards Forest Elbow once again and put the power down Conrod Straight.
Look at this battle pack as it comes past us. Now, all these drivers so close to each other, and it only takes one little mistake and you're into the weeds. We're starting to see a little bit of a gap there between Blanchard and Zaretta.
And they're just starting to gap up a little bit. Lap traffic separating these cars down towards the chase. There's Cesar is chasing down Darryl Callahan as well. So that
Duggan
battle
on the
is
back of
commencing.
Listener.
Yep, they're all happening here. There's Duggan on Listener as well. Great drive tonight from Andrew Listener, by the way, up 21 into P17. Duggan up 11 into the top 18 positions at this stage as Ron Allen gets back past Dom Grundy. We saw that lap traffic. Maybe that was a factor there. Favero's gotten past as well. So Scott McCune's just trying to let these guys past. And they're trying to... Grundy's run a little bit wide. Grundy's running that a little bit wide, but we ride on board with Blanchard towards turn 2. Horsell covers the inside. Blanchard can't quite get there. Right on the tail of him now. Through Griffins they go. 2 laps to go, and the battle for P5 is on. Can Blanchard get this move made? Get a top 5 finish to start his season? And maybe, just maybe, can he put his name in the hat for those that can challenge for the Split 2 title in season 27?
I tell you, you're doing a great job there. The car just showing some attitude over the top of the mountain there. Little bit of twitching, but I tell you what, that car looks very, very stable. Blanchard just falling off a little bit over the top, 0.5, 0.6 now. So he's 0.7, so he's definitely gapping him.
He is indeed.
Brett making a really, really good run over the top that time.
He's trying to use these tyres all he can, and I think for Chris, he's just saving the rubber just that little bit because he knows he's got the fresher tyres underneath him. He knows he's got the grip advantage as well as they exit Forest Elbow, and onto Conrod straight they ride. And the gears get pushed down between them. And we'll see here the kind of pace that Horsel's running down the straight.
Blanchard closing fast.
He is indeed. 284 k's an hour. 291 into the braking zone. And an unbelievable showing of pace from both of them. A white flag is out. Stephen Kokoschke starts the final lap of the race. Final run around for 6,200 metres of Mount Panorama Bathurst. But the battle continues on for P5. At this stage of the night, Horsell and Blanchard have been super exciting. Cesar's trying to go around the outside of Callan here at the final corner. Can't quite get there. But he has to back out of it for the moment. Horsell, though, with a good gap over Blanchard for the moment. I think he's going to have to wait for the chase because he's not going to be close enough at Griffins.
Well, you know, I mean, Blanchard dropped back to about 0.7, I think, over the top. And then right on Forest Elbow, he closed up to within 0.3, 0.4, I think. So obviously him getting down into the Forest Elbow and getting that launch off Forest Elbow has really helped him there. So it'll be interesting to see how they go over the time. Blanchard, 0.3 off the back of Horsell at this point. Can Horsell hold it out?
Well, we'll have to wait and see.
Can he hold it neat and tidy over the top?
Well, he's going to have to. Blanchard's not going to get a chance to get past him across the top of the mountain. So he's got to try and get this done into the chase. He'll have to maximise the exit of Forest Elbow to make sure he's right on him for the chase at the end of this lap. Where is our race leader, Stephen Kokoschke? He's coming down towards the chase right now. So for Kokoschke, it's going to be a great start to the season, up 2 from where he started the night. He started on the second row in P3. The top 2 dropped below him across the evening. And for the 851, Synergy Sim Racing Mustang of Stephen Kokoschke and Sud Speed Gloves. He'll come down towards Murray's Corner for the final time, and he'll start the season as round 1 race winner, King of the Mountain, Stephen Kokoschke. Bruce Tannick will come home in a very impressive P2. Bruce Tannick, P2, Gary Buckland home in P3. Matty Monday will come home in a great P4 and surviving P5. Player 1 Sim Gears. Brett Horsell comes home inside of the top 5 and a great drive from him.
Woo.
Blanchard, Zatira, Hoffman, Viger and Clark the top 10. The Driver of the Day nominations are in the chat. Bruce Tannick, Matt Monday, Brett Horsell, Andrew Hoffman. Get your votes in. 1 vote per account will only be accepted. Get your votes in for your Driver of the Day for Mount Panorama Bathurst in round 1 of the season.
What a start to Split 2 season 27. How good is that? Oh, get on your hands, knees. No, don't get on your hands. What am I talking about? Get on your feet. Give me a round of applause. That is just get your drinks, put it to the air. Cheers, everyone. Unbelievable. That was a great race.
Get your Driver of the Day nominations in. Tannick, Monday, Horsell, Hoffman are the accepted answers for Driver of the Day nominations. And coming up now, for the first time in season 27,
Woo.
it's the post-race highlights, brought to you by us here in Infinity Broadcasting. And
Love the highlights.
well, I know you do, Brett. I know you do. And it all started on the green flag start. Horrid race start for James Baldwin, who didn't click in to first gear on the start line, and that's why he bogged it up after starting in neutral. So that's ultimately what happened to him. We then went to the moment up at Griffin's Bend here with Michael Quain, Yusuf Corfiatis and Jamie Peters, and it was all a little bit scrambled up here. A weird entry for Quainey. Saw them all getting involved up in towards the wall there, up at 2. Then saw Andrew Galley having a moment on lap 2 as well, down at the chase, locking it up off the road, having to get it back up and running once again. Clifton as well, we noted. He had a moment up at Forest Elbow. This is what happened to him. Just clipped the wall, Dick Johnson style. Ironic, he was running the DJR livery.
Yeah.
He's done exactly what Jono did many moons ago.
One of there's a rock on the
I have to wonder.
track.
I wonder if there was. We then saw as well a moment on lap 3 for Halil Cesar, which found him into the wall. We're right on board here with Michael Jones because it happened right in front of him, off the curb and straight into the barrier for the season 24 champion.
Bushka.
Yep, a massive bushka for him, it must be said. We then had Dave Duddle and Scott McCune involved in a moment up at turn 2 as well. This was a tightening moment between them. Duddle running wide. Caught the curb. McCune, an innocent passenger and nowhere to go at that moment. Then we had Sean Cullen as well. I believe got caught up in that moment too, possibly. Maybe not. Nope, he did. He did indeed, because McCune pulled out right in front of him. So that's where that moment came from as well. Tony Chapman, another moment up at turn 2. Brett, it really became the favourite spot for incidents in the first half of the race. This is what happened.
Turn 2 is where all the action is.
That's right. It's straight into the wall.
Just losing the back end.
Yep. An unfortunate moment for him. We then started to get some pit stops happening throughout the race. Jamie Peters got into it down at the chase as well. A wild ride for the Lone Wolf entry down there. As he pulled it up. And then this is what brought out our safety car. So I actually need to go back a little bit here, Brett, to show this off properly. So coming into the braking zone, Steve Grumley blew the engine.
Oh, there it
right
goes.
there.
Oh,
And the entry in towards turn 2.
wow.
So an unfortunate moment
worse.
for him. And there at turn 2,
Long
of
walk.
course.
Long walk back to pits.
That's
Maybe
right.
grab a beer on the way.
That's right. That then brought out our safety car. The only safety car we had all evening, by the way. That's what brought that out. And I've got a long way to scroll before I get to the next incident, by the way. It was a long time before we had another one.
Yeah, we had some really good clean racing after that, didn't we? It all
did.
just let everyone
We did.
sort of just
some really
settle down.
good racing. We had this moment. No, oh, that's the moment I missed. Actually, it was Lanyon and Cesar. So there we go. That was a good point. I selected that. So Cesar wanted to go up the inside down at turn 1. They come through a little bit of a door, and they sort themselves out. Luckily, but yeah, just just a weird one between them. And then there was this Michael Quain, Brett Taylor down at the chase as well. Quainey just getting right into the back of him, serving him off the road.
Yeah.
And that heated it up between those guys as well.
That is not going to work.
No, it is not, unfortunately for them. After that, we petered out a little bit. We had a couple of incidents out there, including this one for Pete Baxter, who ended up off the road right before the pit entry after catching the curb on the outside.
Yeah. Easy to do.
That was really the last major that we saw.
Tell you what, he did a great job. That front splitter coming off and then popping back on. That's 10 points for that.
Oh, it was a great effort from him and a great moment as well. As I'm just looking through the chat here because I've got a lot of names to count through, Brett. So let me do this count and I can figure this out.
Do you want me to talk amongst ourselves?
Yeah, talk amongst yourselves for a second. Yeah, while I do
Right. What did you reckon
of
of that race, Brett? Oh, I think that was a fantastic race. I mean, if that's the start of the season, I mean, we're in for a cracker season. Yeah, I know. It's going to be fantastic. What are we expecting? Split 2 is where it's at. I'll tell you that right now. Unbelievable. I can't wait for next week. That's going to be fantastic. Is that enough?
Yeah, it's enough. Oh, it's very interesting, Brett.
Close.
It's very interesting. It's close. It's close. I've got to do a recount of the first one.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3.
Hamish is using his hands and his feet.
Yes, I am. I am indeed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By one vote, Brett.
Yep.
By one vote tonight. taking out driver of the day for the first time this season. Our driver of the day is going the way of Player One Sim Gears Brett Horsell by a single solitary point. Brett Horsell gets, well, now it's 2 because Brennan Zatira put his name in there as well, so that makes it 2. But yes, by 2 votes, Brett Horsell gets the Driver of the Day award tonight. So congratulations to Brett out there. Congratulations.
Well done,
on the
Brett.
Driver
That
of the
is
Day
sensational.
Yep,
well
fantastic.
deserved. And that's not taking away. There was some fantastic efforts tonight throughout the field. You know, like give yourselves a pat on the back. I mean, that was absolutely sensational. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Yep. And looking at our race results for the evening as well. Stephen Kukoschke takes the race win over Bruce Tannock and Gary Buckland on the top 3. Hard charger of the night, Brett Fisher up 22 positions for Shadow Racing. Most laps led. That went the way of Kukoschke, who led 13. Michael Jones never actually lost the fast lap of the race at 2:07.12. Grumley had taken our pole position of the evening as well. We had 11 green flag lead lap changes across the night. Brett, interestingly enough.
Love the graphics.
Kukoschke wins to Tannock and Buckland. Monday, Horsell, the top 5. Blanchard, Zatira, Hoffman, Viger, Clark, the top 10. And to the rest of them, we had Brett Fisher, Ron Allen, Nathan Favero, Darryl Callahan, Halil Cesar, the top 15. Duggan, Grundy, Burns, Listener as well made up the top 19 cars. I've got to wait for it to re-roll around now, Brett, because I actually didn't see who P20 was. So, that's my mistake. But yes, congratulations to everyone out there on their races here this evening, and a great effort all around as well. It was James Boardman in P20. Wow, I missed my own driver.
Yeah,
it's my own fault. James Boardman in P20 for our top 20 finishes here tonight as well. But a massive thank you to everyone who joined us here this evening as well. We hope you enjoyed the new graphics that we have on offer for us this season as well. I want to give a quick shout out, Brett, before we sign off on anything. I want to give a quick shout out to my good friend Zach Smathers from Highside Motorsports Racing League. He actually put up the funds to buy the plugins for us to use on the channel.
Cool.
And that's allowed us to use it not only in Vets, in Highside, in IRWC, whatever else I'm broadcasting on the channel. So big shout out to Zach for sponsoring those for us.
Well done, Zach.
Yep.
And is it time, Hamish?
I'll tell you when it is, Brett. When I give me regular outro.
Oh, right,
that'll
okay.
Be when it,
well,
that'll
don't
be
go
when it
anywhere.
Is. Don't go anywhere, people. We're going to have the song playing in a moment. But next week, Brett, we find ourselves out at the wonderful Road America once again. We go to Wisconsin. We go to Cheese Country once again. It is going to be a fun time when we're racing for round 2 of season 27. Tonight, the race win went the way of Stephen Kukoschke, and the Driver of the Day award went to Brett Horsell. Next time, it could go to you. For myself, Hamish Munro Brett Fisher, alongside, big shout out to all the series sponsors, of course, Racecraft Simulations, Logitech G, Parramatta Isuzu Ute, Player One Sim Gear, Nova Sim Sports, Project Fade, Streetwear, LGC Images, and M1 Used Cars with the Driver of the Day award as well. Don't go anywhere. We've got the Bathurst Hype Up song to come in a moment's notice. I'll let Brett know in the background when we're going to click play. And then we've got the ads to play afterwards as well. But until next week, out at Road America, appreciate your time. Appreciate you for being here with us once again. Help support the Vets and the Infinity Broadcasting channels by clicking like, subscribe, the bell icon too on both of them. To help support us here for Split 2. For myself, Hamish Munro Brett Fisher, appreciate your time, appreciate your efforts. We'll see you guys next week out at Road America. But until then, stay safe, drive hard, and as always, bye for now.
All right, get pumped up, everyone. This is the hype song for round 1, season 27.
The mountain waits, and it remembers. Let's go. Hey. Come on. The mountain waits, and it remembers. Let's go. Season kicks in, split 2 back on the line. Engine screaming.
The racing series is a new milestone in Logitech G.
All the great old wheels, the G29, the G920, the G923, they all have their own unique way of connecting to each other, but there's no room for expansion with those products.
So the question arose was, what if we were to give the opportunity for the racer to switch out from a drifting wheel to a GT rim?
With the wheel hubs that we've created, that's got a very specific button set, but you can replace any of the steering wheels.
And the real lovely aspect to this was we could give the user, driver and the racer the opportunity to experience different genres of race.
That allows drivers to craft high quality, customized setups that resonate with your individual racing style.
When we start with the design, we always start sketching. Very often, once we've got sketches, we start discussing with engineering.
We had 3 rounds of engineering testing or user testing where we invited in users from sim racing, and every single round of feedback we refine, the product based on what they tell us.
In this sim racing lab, again, we're going to use data to really analyze what a driver needs. We've used everything from eye tracking to the inputs from the pedals, the inputs from the, let's just say, input devices, the wheel and the pedals, the shifter. We're taking that and we're compiling it so that we can build different products based on those individuals' needs for all consumers and all drivers.
I don't know of anyone else in the industry that's actually doing this kind of research into their products to see how their products are affecting performance of their users.
We've built the product to make sure that it's as reliable as possible.
So the innovations in engineering that I'd say we're most proud of is the sequential handbrake and shifter toolless changeover. This is now a patented system, so it's really easy for the user to just switch between modes.
If you give people the tools to do what they want, they will.
They will just go off and have fun.
Introducing the Racekraft PT1, custom-built full chassis racing simulator. The design project, codenamed The Cage, an 80/40 extrusion chassis sitting on top of a Sigma Integrale DK2 Plus 4-point full motion actuator system. No compromises in the cockpit of the PT1 simulator. To maximize the experience, we start with a 49-inch ultra-wide monitor for the greatest field of view in a small footprint of the simulator, down to the SimuCube wheelbase that's tucked up and behind the monitors with SimCore extensions to get things out of the driving area. Everything is connected to a Cube Controls GTX steering wheel with the built-in dash and all the extra button functions available at your fingertips. Driving through the Raceworks S1 pedals, the potentiometer throttle and the 2 hydraulic pedals for brake and clutch ensures you maximize the feel underfoot, and seating yourself into an OMP HTER bucket racing seat with OMP belts connected to a G-belt tensioner to provide that extra feeling and the heightened experience while you're driving. Additional interfaces and accessories in the PT1, we have twin butt kickers, one on either side of the OMP seat, as well as a Jinx sequential shifter, the SimPush Race Logic timer to the left-hand side, a Racekraft built-in WinSim kit with Philips Hue lighting and a built-in soundbar, plus the OMP side net to finish off the experience in the PT1. The Racekraft PT1, build number 1, the ultimate in sim racing experience, combining the best products in the market with the passionate, no-compromise approach that goes beyond racing simulation.